Hey guys, how y'all doing? Let's see who we have in here. I'm sorry I'm running late. I had to go use the bathroom before I came. Hey Alex, hey Danielle, hey Sahara, Shara, maybe. Hey JT. Okay, who is this? All right, hey Keisable, how you doing? Shara, okay. Thank you for correcting me. All right, guys. So I have to drop this link because I have a couple of people joining me tonight. Tonight, as my shirt says, we are talking about double standards. I have been ready to get back to this conversation. Hey, Kiana. Hey, Danielle. Getting ready to put the link in so you can join. Um, hey, I subscribe to you three. I'm well. How are you? Hey, Tisha Babe. Hey, the Reeds. Mike ain't gonna be here with me tonight. He upstairs. He just finished working out, and I think he's pretty lazy. I don't need him anyway. Thank you, Brian. Hey, Regina. Thanks for getting it right. I hope you had a good day. I had an absolutely amazing day, actually. Hey, Queen. How you doing? Hey, Gemini. How you doing? So, like I was saying, hey, you don't know me? I have been excited about getting back to this subject because I really feel very passionate about it. And I invited a couple of people. Danielle will be with me tonight. The real C Lang, this dude and his wife are supposed to join at some point. And hey, Cool Chris. Cool Chris, you're gonna have to jump in here too, because you were real vocal when we was having this issue before. And my friend Cece is supposed to join as well. And so tonight we're talking about double standards. For those who are in here that are going to join me, I just put the link in the chat, so please come up, go ahead and join. But um, I'm sure a lot of you guys watch our Friday night lives, and so it was one Friday that Jarian, my son, our son, joined us, and during that conversation, number one, he'll never join again. He got on my nerves, but he revealed, obviously Mike already knew, but he revealed that when he was 17, he had a situation with somebody who was in their 30s. And y'all know how I be on Friday Night Lives. I was a little bit tipsy. I was a little bit everything. But I was really, 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 really offended because I felt like he had been raped by a psycho, like a mental patient, like real deal. And so, hey, Carrie, how you doing, Bo? Hi, I am Suave. Um, and so I was really, really, really offended because it's my baby. You know what I'm saying? And I know at 20, I often question if he actually 20. And he told me, "Oh, I was okay. She didn't take advantage. Um, I told her that I was older. Ain't no way in the world nobody in their right mind could have believed that Jargon was older than 17. Because I can't believe half the time that he is 20. And so what was crazy to me is I guess you could. A lot of people said that I was overreacting. I was not overreacting, but when I shifted the the thought process from it being my son to what if it was Harley that was going through this, then it was, oh no, 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 we can't. And so it started making me think about the double standards that we have in society, period, but definitely amongst men and women. And so I wanted to have this conversation because I don't think that it's going to change. I'll be honest in saying that sometimes double standards are just what they are. They are necessary. It's certain stuff that you just can and can't do, but or that women are looked upon as a certain way, or men, or what have you. But I wasn't feeling that, so I just wanted to have a conversation with the masses to be able to discuss what double standards are and why do they exist, and why we are so okay for certain things for our sons, but we're not okay for certain things for our daughters. So that's what tonight is about. I hope that you guys will engage in the conversation, and we can. I don't expect a resolution because I think we'll leave this conversation with the same exact thing. It'll constantly be this way. It's just what it is. It's society. But I just want to have a good conversation about it. So thank you guys so much for joining. This dude is here, so I'm gonna go ahead and add him to the screen. What's wrong with your background today? You all foggy?
I know. I just seen that. That is ridiculous.
Yes. Hey, trainable.
I don't know what that's about.
Yeah, your background today. You all foggy?
Well, do I need to turn this off?
Yes,
I don't know. It's not the camera because I just.
Hey, LT. You see the weight loss already? Listen, thank you. Might have been the angle, but I'm trying. It's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. I need
That
it.
is not good looking at all.
Huh?
Talking about this dream sequence that we got going on here in my camera.
I think you're gonna have to. Yeah. That made it a lot better. I think it was you probably just had a little fingerprint or something on it.
Maybe my son uses this camera for school.
Oh, okay, got you. How you doing, Danielle?
Hey, how are you?
I am doing good. You're looking beautiful as always.
Oh, thanks. I'm ready for bed already.
You said you're ready for bed.
Yeah, I already got my pajamas on.
Look, I got a long night ahead. I wish I could say I was ready for bed, but unfortunately, this mind of mine got to get some stuff written before I go to bed. So I'm excited about it though because I've been dreaming about what I want to write.
Okay.
So I'm super excited. Tisha always here doing something sweet. Hey Tish, thank you so much, babe. I want one of those t-shirts, super dope. I got you. I promise you I do. All right, so I was waiting on the real C Lang. I don't see that he's in here, but for the sake of going ahead to get everybody started, and of course, if anybody else wants to jump in with their opinion, feel free to do it. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with who we have. And as they jump in, they can jump in later. So all of y'all were there for that conversation that we had. And as drunk as I was that night, y'all knew like I was in pain, like I really was. That was like the absolutely worst place that I could have ever found out what my kid had going on. Oh, there you go, Real C Lane. Here we go. We're gonna bring you into
her son has sex with
Hey there.
Hey,
how you doing?
What's up?
Nothing much. Just ready to get into this conversation. I want to see what y'all got to say. Am I crazy or you know what I'm saying? If y'all feeling the same way I am, you know what I'm saying? I'm excited because it's men here, you know what I'm saying? And y'all gave me a hard time. I went back, that was probably the last video that I watched all the way from the beginning to the end. And I wanted to jump in there and kill every single last one of y'all. I could not understand why in the world y'all don't understand my point of view. I just could not. So I was hurting. Do you understand? Like, and I don't think I looked at Jarian the same ever since because I'm trying to understand why my kid didn't realize he was being raped. It was so much going on there. So we need to discuss this, okay? So again, like I said, for people who are just joining, this conversation is a result of a live that we had where I found out my kid was 17 and missing with somebody 30 years old or plus. I'm just 38, so that's your mama age. I can't even take his conversation seriously when he's just saying hey and goodbye. Better yet, somebody to be thinking that he is somebody to be having. I mean, like he was at 17, he probably was more of 12, to be perfectly honest with you, because at 20, he might just be 13. And I'm not trying to be a kid, but I am being 100% honest. We know as women that if a person, I mean, like sometimes you guys are in your 40s and we still feel like y'all immature. So with that being said, I couldn't understand, I could not wrap my mind around why this was okay. But again, when I started bringing my daughter Harley up, even her dad was, oh, no, don't talk about that. This can't happen. When we think about it, double standards are very prevalent in a lot of different situations. I mean, in law, politics, race, you know what I'm saying? And we just become accustomed to that narrative. But why are we okay with this? Anybody take the floor? Go ahead. Tell me.
Well, I'll go because I specifically remember that live and I was definitely bothered by what was going on because to me that was completely predatory what she was doing, and I don't care what anybody says. If the tables were turned, everybody would have been trying to find her.
I agree.
So you would have got worms.
That's
Say that again?
they say you get worms. Somebody.
Yeah, so I guess that's why we gonna be talking about double standards, because to me that's not okay, whether it's a woman and a young boy or a grown man and a young girl. It's gross either way, in my opinion.
I agree.
I agree. Like, what was wrong with her to think it was okay to sleep with a 17-year-old?
Absolutely. What could he possibly have been doing for her at 17? Number one, he broke. I'm sorry, but that's my kid, and that's 100% true.
Right.
So your standards, not that you just have to have a whole bunch of money, but I'm just saying in your 30s, your requirements are completely different than they were when you were a teenager or in your 20s. So he also mentioned that she was coming to pick him up.
Let's be real. When we was 17, sleeping with a 17, they wasn't popping in.
Right. Let's be 100% clear. Absolutely.
Oh, okay.
Right. So C-Lane is over here laughing, and his dude, he got this look on your face. What y'all got to say? Because y'all are giving me a hard time.
I mean, for
I
him,
didn't give you no hard time. Don't throw me.
I still got that live. Don't make me go rewind it.
You got the evidence.
Right.
For me, I mean, for him, it was more so bragging rights. But as an adult, for her, I don't know. She might have had some mental issues.
I agree. And Say What just said most likely he lied about his age. He did lie about his
age. He did, yeah.
But even if he did, no way a 17-year-old can convince me he grown. It's barely grown men that can convince me that they grown. So how can a 17-year-old convince me that he's a grown man? And especially if I have to go pick him up, no.
Especially when you almost 40.
Right. No.
And you picking him up from his mama's house? Because it ain't no way possible you could have convinced her that this was your house.
Right.
And you ain't got no car? Like, I'm not understanding.
But he might not have said he was all that old. He could have just said he was 18 or 19.
No. He specifically said he was 26.
Oh.
Yeah, but I mean, as a grown ass man right now, I don't even want to mess with nobody that's 25
because they stupid at that age.
Yeah.
Women are stupid. People, period, in that age group are very stupid. They don't mean to be. They don't even realize that they stupid.
Right.
But they stupid. And
they absolutely
irritating and ignorant about life in ways that I find aggravating. So
I ain't trying to be funny, but like, was something wrong with her? Like, was she special?
He won't tell me her name because he know his mama. I will pull up and drag her. Seriously. But I have no idea. But that's the only thing that I could assume. You know what I'm saying? Like, it had to be something wrong with you, because there's no way in life you could have been okay with that. It's no way. I'm like, I have a very intelligent kid. I'll be honest with you, but his conversation is exactly what age he is. It's not like, you know how you can meet some mature kids or whatever, and it's like, dang, you know what I'm saying? What people say all the time, you well above your age or whatever that saying is. That's not my kid. Like, he is 20 years old.
Does he lie well?
Huh?
Does he lie well?
Absolutely not. Not to me anyway. It couldn't be because he's my kid and I know him. You know what I'm saying?
Probably what it is.
I can tell his lies before he even breathes. I'd be like, boy, don't even lie to me. Like, seriously, because he's that obvious. But
here's why I think it would be easier, and this is from the standpoint of someone who has lied like this before. Because I've never lied about my age, but I know what to say in certain situations.
He said
I haven't. But I do know that if you parrot what an intelligent person says at a younger age, it makes you sound smarter and more mature. So if he just repeated some stuff that he heard you say,
unless she was a streetwalker, she wasn't no streetwalker, was she?
I think that she was the Uber driver. Let me be clear.
Oh,
I won't even lie to y'all, because during that time he didn't have transportation, so he would always be getting Ubers. And Mike won't tell me, because y'all men, like, and I understand, like he has to be able to trust somebody. So he knew about this. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of details that he's not including, and I can respect that, because I want him to have somebody to come to, and he knows that I'm probably going to overreact. So I won't invade their privacy. However, it was a whole conversation that I overheard them talking about this Uber driver. And so when it came up, because I noticed that every time he would be going somewhere, this same car would be, he kept pulling up. I was like, how you keep getting the same Uber driver? Like, and he was like, oh, mom, I don't know. Like, that's who they sent when I requested it on the app. I didn't put a lot of thought into it now, but looking back, I'm thinking, this had to be that Uber driver.
Yeah. Or he was just telling you it was the Uber driver.
Could have been. I need to go back and look at the records and see what comes up.
I mean, look, Atlanta has more than one major school, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like major college. So he could have just been like, I'm in college, I'm staying with my parents because I'm in college and can't afford my own apartment at the
26.
moment.
Who's still in college at 26 unless they go on medical degree?
I was in college at 28.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. I mean, but at that age, I was getting a
not living with my
I
parents.
wasn't getting a bachelor's, and he can't even.
This was post-military for me, but maybe he said he was in jail, got out of jail. I mean, I can list the things I could say to make this okay. At 26.
I've had 2 guys lie to me about their age. I was in my 20s though.
Mm-hmm. But even at that age, were you able to tell?
No. Let me tell you how I found out. One said he had a car. The car was in a shop.
That's always the excuse.
Right. So eventually I found out easily that was a lie. But I didn't find his whole family lied about his age. I didn't find out how old he was, so he got locked up.
Loyalty.
Oh, girl.
Right.
How you get your whole family to lie about your age?
By telling everybody
ain't nobody gonna tell the truth.
When you come to the house, hey, I done told this girl I'm 19.
Yeah, they all lied.
That's weird.
Mama, I'm looking at you. Don't tell on me.
Yeah, so I didn't find out until he got locked up.
So
I could go home right now, married and everything, and tell my daddy I'd have told her a lie, and he'll go right along with the lie.
Wow, I ain't got that type of loyalty.
Look, he go cuss me out. Let me be honest about that. He is not gonna be happy with me about it, but he not gonna tell on me either.
So yeah, they all lied.
But I feel a little bit better about the situation knowing that he told her he was 26 and she wasn't knowing that he was 17 messing with her.
Right.
Right.
He might have thought that he was maybe 20, 21, possibly 18 or 19, and was just lying to say he was 26 to get rid.
Yeah.
But even at 21, when you in your 30s,
I mean, she was on some R. Kelly.
That's legal.
She was on some R. Kelly.
She was. She absolutely was.
Okay. So I'm finna jump to something that's even more real. Forget Jarian. Because say what just said. I think he was responding to Gemini. It says it's like a rite of passage for a young man to smash an older woman. I get this. I've heard it a million times before.
Yeah, but doesn't the quality of the older woman matter?
Thank you. Because if you're an older woman and you willingly smashing somebody that young, I don't trust your judgment, sis.
And you lying, so how does that
I don't trust your judgment
if you lied to
cares?
smash?
That does not matter at all.
Oh,
And what
doesn't matter?
So
smash. He said it don't matter as long as they smash.
And see, that's a problem because this is so much bigger. But let me just really plant a thought for just a moment. Because I'm a mother of a son and a daughter. I feel like Jarian probably does. I mean, I'm guilty of double standards because at 20 years old, he have his girlfriend over. You know what I'm saying? They go in his room, whatever. However, I know that with Harley, and I think a lot of women can probably attest, I'm going to be teaching her to save herself. Don't do this, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? You got to be respected. You do this or you do that. So this whole time we are telling our sons, smash as much as you can. But then we telling our daughters, don't smash.
No, we're not telling our daughters that.
And then when they get older, keep saving yourself for this one man. They get older, they get in relationships, they inexperienced, and then this man is cheating on them, or they don't know what to do. You know what I'm saying? Because they've been, if they're following on the rules, hopefully
because they're naive.
Huh?
Because that would create somebody who's naive.
Right. But this is what we are doing constantly because we want them to treasure themselves. We want them to love themselves. So like, and I guess this is why I just feel like it's not okay, because again, men are being taught all the time, the older she is, the better. Go ahead and smash. You getting some type of extra ego boost or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
We're not saying the older she is.
Excuse my language. I mean, I don't know malicious way, but you know what I'm saying? She can be mentally challenged, but go ahead. But go ahead. But then we teaching our daughters something completely different, and then we wonder why we have all of these issues when we get older. Like, this is what I'm saying. Like, the double standards, we have to change the narrative. Not saying, because I'm definitely not going to change that and say, Harley, listen, you 16 years old, let's go ahead and put you on the scroll, because I want you to make sure you perfect for, you know what I'm saying, whatever man come in your life. So we're not changing that, but can we not? Why is it such an ego thing? Why is it such a big deal that young boys are introduced to things so early? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Talk to me.
Yeah, I'd like to kind of speak on that. So I'm an only girl. I have 2 brothers, and the conversations that my parents had with us, it was generally the same. It was basically, I would like for y'all to wait. I understand that's not realistic. So if you don't, this is what you do. Mm-hmm. However, where the conversation diverges is, like, I remember my dad giving my brothers, who are both younger than me, condoms, but they never gave me any. And I was with Trav. Like, I literally been with him since I was in 11th grade. So I had a steady boyfriend that proved that he cared about me, and I still couldn't get that okay. Like, go protect yourself. So again, it's like, how can we as parents or as adults talk to kids and not give the same message?
Right.
I am a father of boys. I have a niece. I have a few nieces. But I'm also guilty of this. But I think I'm guilty of it to a lesser extent. I don't tell my son to go get whatever he can get. Mm-hmm. Instead, I tell him that it's probably smarter to wait, but I don't think you're going to wait. Mm-hmm. Because I remember being that age. I remember how your friends influence your thought process. I remember how media, like your musical choices, your movie choices, your television choices, all of these things influence your thought process. So I don't think he's going to be, but I also don't encourage it.
Yeah.
I downright shut the door on it for my niece. Whoever you bring in this house, little girl, I promise you, I'm driving up here all the way from South Carolina, and me and him will have a whole conversation in his house about you.
But the thing is that you just admitted that 9 times out of 10, you don't want that to happen, but it still could possibly happen. But it's really technically the same thing for her. So why isn't it for him? I'm gonna pull up on you.
So here's why.
Okay.
Here's why. And this is my thought. Now, I have given this a lot of thought well before you and I had this conversation, because my little sister, the mother of my niece in question, cussed me out one day about this double standard that I have. And I put some thought into it. Men have always been taught that one of the prizes in the world of manhood is to get what we can from a woman, not her belongings, but her womanhood. Mm-hmm. So we're taught that being able to talk you into bed, or talk you into some sexual act is a mark of how mature you are, or how smart you are, or how much of a man you are. And the reason why it's supposed to be a mark of achievement is because women are taught to not give it to you. So if a woman is taught to not give, this is the game, quote unquote, that we play with each other. You're not supposed to give it to me. I'm supposed to keep trying to get it. And the more successful I am at this game is proved by how often I'm able to break down this "don't give it to me" barrier.
Yeah.
We know that women not supposed to.
We're not taught the other way around because of how old this game is. This game is old. Like, this game goes back to medieval times and stuff like that. At some point, a bunch of us didn't even remember why we was doing it.
Like they say, go to work.
Mm-hmm. And I feel you. To us who have boys to break that cycle,
and girls
to break the cycle. So we have like real conversations.
Yeah.
Like, y'all would be like, did y'all really say that?
Oh yeah.
Like I told him one of his girlfriends was a thought. Told her she was a hoe.
Yeah.
Told
him why she was a hoe.
Why she was a hoe.
Not so much because she was his girlfriend and she was acting in a specific manner, but there was 2 or 3 things she did specifically that pointed to her being a hoe.
And I talked to him that way because that's how I speak and that's how his friends speak.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna keep it real with you, so you can come keep it real with me.
Right.
She a hoe.
She belongs to the streets, young man, and I really don't want you to be out there with her.
And here's how. Right, that's what I'm saying. So, and we had a conversation with him. You want to be a leader or a follower when it comes to the peer pressure? Because half the time they be lying anyway. They be saying they hit and they didn't hit.
Right. And so somebody in the comments they said something about not wanting to be the only virgin in the group.
Yeah.
Like, why don't we make our sons carry this as a badge of honor, just like we do our daughters? And I am very real, just like you guys. One time, Jarian asked if he could have company. He was a little bit younger. He wasn't driving at the time. I had to go and pick the little girl up from the bus stop that's up the street or in the mall parking lot from us. And she had on a head wrap with a dress and some bedroom shoes. And this your first time in the come to my house? Really? And of course, it was nothing that I could do at that time. I really wanted to put her ass in my car and take her back home. But then because she went on, she was still here. And I'm thinking to myself, why are you still here? And so I said, do your parents, like, I ain't even gonna lie, up until he was probably a couple of years ago, I was that mama that was calling, like, do you know your daughter is here? Because let me be clear, I don't want you going to jail because she lied and she did this or whatever. So, and he hated it, but it was the responsible thing, in my opinion, to do. And when you over here looking like a whole thought, you came ready. Your dress
ready. Head already wrapped up, so ain't gonna be no problems. I ain't gotta worry about my shoes. Dress can come up to about right here. We ain't gotta worry about me being naked in the room.
Right. I was not about to encourage that. I did speak to both of them in front of them, and I told her, I said, this is your first time coming to somebody's house. Why are you even dressed like this? Where are the rest of your clothes? Where are your parents? Let me talk to them. And then it's like 8:00 at night, and she's like, can you drop me back off at the bus stop?
Oh God.
Absolutely not. I'm getting ready to take you to wherever your parents' house, because you're not gonna end up in a ditch and then it'd be my kid that's in jail because you murdered. No, you know what I'm saying? So again, like I said, this wasn't even my kid, but because how strongly I believe, because I was that parent that told Jarian, you need to keep your virginity. Your body is just as precious as these little girls' bodies are out here. And I think that that's what we need to start saying. Like, we've dismissed the idea of getting into marriages where both partners are actually a virgin and you get to explore each other yourself. Like you said, this has been going on since medieval times. I guess I just can't wrap my mind around, why are we so okay with it? Why are we not okay with our daughters? Like, we're not gonna teach them the same thing.
But here's the thing though, Kiki, girls are bold. Mm-hmm. Girls come after boys hard because middle school.
When you experience that?
They taking pictures in their bras, sending him pictures, asking what they gonna do. What
he gonna do with it?
Do when her parents saying, "Huh, what he gonna do?" What he say? It's my bedtime. I'm about to go.
Oh God!
But at that age, I ain't even want no female company because I ain't want to have the door open and have my parents trying to hear what we talking about and all that shit. I'd rather not even. Let's just talk.
It was different for us at that age.
Yeah.
At that age, we had a house phone.
Yeah.
They doing screenshots and
these people all got their in their pocket walking around. This little girl legitimately said she had to be like 11.
She's 11. She's in 6th grade.
She had taken the picture. You could tell she was pushing it together.
Yes, honey.
She took the picture.
At 11 years old?
At 11.
She was in the 6th grade. He was in the 7th grade.
Yeah.
Don't she know?
It's terrifying.
Oh, there's more.
Oh,
that's why they don't need phones to they teenagers.
Oh, I put them on punishment because girls like to talk.
Mm-hmm.
I got rid of her.
Good.
Took the phone for like a month.
90 days.
90 days. She took his phone from him for 90 days.
I know he was hurt.
I know.
Wait, hold on, because I'm finna make y'all laugh. That ain't got nothing to do with the little girl who took the phone for 90 days. And
Oh
she
my God, she
texted
was
him
stalking him.
every single day.
She catfished him.
Boy, would I tell you, he had her phone number blocked. She texted him every day that the phone was blocked.
Yes.
When he unblocked her number,
Verizon do 90 days.
Girl, they don't know their worth. They don't know their worth.
I got nothing to say about her worth.
And look, he said her head was shaped like a lemon.
Oh God. So is it? Do y'all?
I'm sorry, y'all. We digress. Go ahead.
So do y'all feel like? I mean, because I know, like, honestly and truthfully, we are younger parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mom was young when she had me, and so when she became a grandma, she was still young in her 30s or whatever. But I just noticed that a lot of, I mean, we don't have older parents anymore. But I won't lie, like, I guess that's the other thing that kind of confuses me, because even like my grandma and them and all of them, they were very much those people who are okay with your man being you, him cheating, and you still need to be at the house doing all the stuff that you need to do. So I can't say it's a generational thing to a certain, in my experience, because they was teaching us BS. But then as younger parents, we may be influencing our kids in a certain way as well, because you see so many girls, like, long gone are the cute pictures with me hug you and hold you. We bent over together. We twerking on TikTok. We doing all of these things.
We're in the digital age, is in the information age. We're so well connected now that certain ideas are being circulated amongst us. I am all for women's empowerment. All for it. I'm all about you owning yourself and having agency over your body.
Right.
I know what all of those things mean, and I understand and support those ideas and concepts. However, a lot of people are not taught these ideas and concepts in a manner where they can be put to use in a mature fashion.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not talking about children. I'm talking about adults.
Yeah.
Right.
Some adults sincerely believe it's her body and it's her agency over her body. She can go out here and be all the hoe she want to be. Yeah. And I'm going to support her being a hoe. But I'm not supporting my son being a hoe. So I'm not supportive of your daughter being one with my son.
Absolutely.
So a lot of us, and I'm not saying myself, but a lot of us as parents are making the mistake of taking all the reins away in the hope of giving them the freedom and maturity that they need.
Yeah, I completely agree with that point, because when I think back, and I consider myself a very responsible teenager, and so was Trav. And even when I think about some of the stuff, I thought I was dumb as hell. Like, I don't feel like teenagers should be making these decisions about how sexual they want to be. And they don't really understand life. They don't understand how much they're going to change when they get older. And I feel like we as adults need to guide them and let them know, like, what you feel right now is going to change. How you feel about this person is probably going to change. They're too young to be making decisions like that.
I definitely agree. I mean, because sex is a huge responsibility. Like, it's big. I can honestly say, when it was my first time, I wasn't ready. Hell, I was well in my 20s and still don't know that I was ready. You know what I'm saying? It comes with a lot of responsibility. It's very mental. It's stuff that they can't handle. You know what I'm saying? And at least from a girl standpoint, y'all be around here, men, smashing, thinking, oh, I got another one under my belt. I don't did this. You know what I'm saying? But we be all in love
like that too now.
Suicide watch, because we thought it was more than that. You know what I'm saying? And so, like I said, we're making these things so okay, but not even training the kids to know better, or, you know what I'm saying, to know what to watch out for. I mean, like, it's just such a dangerous situation. And again, these are women that's growing into older women, and then they're having their kids, and it's just this cycle of BS all over. You know what I'm saying? When we could change the narrative, make at least some stuff equal, and hopefully save some of these kids, because they all going to hell at this point. Cool, Chris. I see you. You got something to say, bro?
Hey, Chris in the building.
Hey, Chris.
What's going on, people? Oh, man. First off, Kiki, I think that we might need to give Jay a little credit. Maybe he is kind of slick with it, and he was just spitting that stuff that lady just ain't never heard before, and it just did something to her. You know, everybody.
I never heard it before.
everybody receives messages different than everybody. Now, I do agree she probably was a little bit thrown out. She probably was 2-3 fries short of a Happy Meal. But, you know, she probably was like, you know, just like, what the hell? Now, to that point right there, I remember I had a birthday. I was 12 years old.
Uh-oh.
I went with my cousin. He had a girl. I was just along for the ride. You know, you just happy to be out with your big cousin. And one of his friends, one of his girlfriend friends was in the back, and she found out it was my birthday. I was 12, almost at that teen point. I don't know what the hell he told that girl. She was 19. She was locked, loaded, and ready to go. And I saw that, and I was like, no, you're not about to turn me out. Oh, hell to the no.
Oh, thank God.
Now, I'll tell you some jokes to make you giggle, but you're not finna turn me out. Now, at the age of 12, you know, I knew what was right and what was wrong. And I was like, I know, you know, I kind of got it down pat, but I don't know. You look like you're a veteran. I'm not ready for that.
Right.
Not ready for that. No, not gonna do that. So
you drive on me. She's skin to skin.
So I knew what was right. I knew what was wrong. Now, had I been probably about 17, 18, and the lady was a little bit older, then I probably would have been already had my shoes and everything untied and be like, you ready for what's about to go down? But at that age, I was like, nah. So it's a mind thing. And at the same time, you know, like they say, you have to know. You know what I'm saying? I knew that it was wrong. I had that. I was like, nah, this is not right by no standard. The thing that got me is the fact that, you know, you're my sister's age. And, you know, you trying to, you know, I don't know what you going to do to me, but I know one thing, I wasn't about to find out. And that's how that was.
I'm glad you had that level of maturity, because I promise you, I thought you were finna tell us that she.
She wasn't finna wax on, wax off with me. I wasn't playing that.
No, ma'am. My mama said not to let you touch me.
Not my privacy. No, not finna touch me.
No. And that was huge. That was huge, because at the 12 years old, I mean, on that same live, Jarian wasn't 12, but he told us about going to the skating rink and somebody putting their mouths on him in the skating rink. That was devastating to me as well, because again, all I can see is somebody his age, somebody's daughter, in this nasty behind skating rink, and I went to pick you up thinking that you just had fun. You don't told me all these skate stories when you really been in there. That bothered me. I think to myself is hardly like, I just can't imagine that. Like, I don't want that for her.
But then again, it's a generational thing. Like, we wasn't doing it in our days, but like, it's so common now. It's like that's what they doing. And it's like, how could you not do?
We wasn't doing that.
Yeah,
I see everybody else doing.
I agree with this dude. Because my friends was whole thoughts in high school, but I didn't do that. Like, my parents told me how to decipher what kind of man is for you. Don't listen to what he say. Make sure he follow up with his actions. And I'm still with Proud to this day. And I think people need to sit girls down and tell them, like, don't be falling in love with what these niggas tell you. They're going to tell you whatever you want to hear. Make sure he follow up with his actions. And girls need to learn their worth. That really, really bothered me. I know that bothered you as a mom, Kiki, that's your son. But from the girl's perspective, like, sis, like, why are you doing that in a freaking skating ring? Like, that's
the skating ring.
That really bothered me. I would, like, if my daughter did that, I would literally die. I would be so upset.
Because they starting in the skating ring. That's why they starting in the club.
It was when I was in high school. On the third floor, the bathroom, we call it the East Side bathroom. And if you were in the third floor East Side bathroom, round about halfway through the sixth period, well, because it was like an appointment. You knew when she was gonna be there, because she would walk out of the lunchroom, and that's where she would go. And we all knew where she was going, and we all knew why.
Herpes.
What?
That's sad.
Well, it's like, I tell you what.
Every single day.
It's like, prime example. When we was in school, all my teachers was ugly. You didn't want to touch them. You didn't even want to be in their classroom. I think the last 3 years, it's been so many cases of teachers messing with their students.
Yep.
And you see the teacher, and she look like a runway model. And here come this dude, not this dude, but here comes some kid, snotty nose, dirty jeans, and you're like, this is the guy you was messing with to lose your career over.
Hey,
So, I mean, and I don't know what be going on with them, what they got going on to make them want to do that, but we didn't have that growing up.
Yeah.
Even if our teachers did look good, we knew that was no, because if you do that, you're gonna go home and you're gonna lose your eyeball or something gonna get knocked loose when you get home, because that's not just what you do. But it's like they just got freedom now to do much more than we did. So it's like, okay, I tried. And in some cases it happens. But back then we knew not to even try it. Because I was on the school bus with girls that was my age and they pregnant by the dudes down the street that's 30
23 to 20. Yeah.
And nobody saying nothing.
Yeah.
You know, like, what the hell?
When I graduated, I graduated with a chick that her kids was cheering her on when they walked across the stage and shit.
Oh man.
What?
Yeah, kids.
Multiple.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I walked across the stage pregnant in my 12th grade year with Jarian and my tummy. I did. I made it though.
One.
And literally, he didn't come until outside of school.
There was an S on the end of that.
They was out the belly clapping.
Hey, mama, yeah.
So just to follow up on what Chris was mentioning, because I actually had a situation where, so basically, I feel like guys kind of cheer each other on, like if they might get to smash their teacher, which I don't understand why that's okay. But I had a gym teacher. He was my gym teacher in elementary school, and then he became my gym teacher in high school. And he tried to talk to me, and that really bothered me because I'm looking up to him as like, this man saw me grow up. He was my role model. We thought he was the best coach ever. And now you're trying to talk to me in high school. Like if that's everybody looking on the flip side of an older male trying to approach me, like that's disgusting. Like, why don't we see that the same way? But when a female teacher does that to young men.
Hey, he didn't sing R&B, did he?
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Oh, okay.
And I'm glad you brought that up, Danielle, because when they were saying that some of the women teachers are just so fine and all of this type of stuff, my kid just graduated a couple years ago. I've been in there and seen some of them young men teachers too, and you be like, oh, okay, you a whole teacher? Because you know what I'm saying? But I mean, they're not as provocative, but they fine, they built, they everything that society has told us is attractive. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure all of them aren't as innocent. I don't know. I think that as girls, we are more private, you know what I'm saying? So we know that this is wrong. Mm-hmm. I'm not getting ready to tell nobody. So they're getting away with it, and it is disgusting. Because my thing is, these children, if you're not old enough to be their parents, that's your little sister at least. You know what I'm saying? So why is this okay?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I guess, you know what I'm saying? Like I say, double standards are just so big in all. Like I even just, of course, I work in corporate America as well. And I've been witness to the fine dude flirting with this girl, and she ain't gonna say nothing because she like it. But then you got the guy over here that's less fine, and this make my flesh crawl. I'm finna go and tell on him. Like, it's just it's so much stuff that we do, and we just accept this, and it's just
or the women using their looks to their advantage to advance their career.
Absolutely,
yeah. Or the men using their looks to get free coffee at Starbucks.
Wait a minute. Now, hey, check it out. Now, I'm a driver, so when I come into my stores, I smile and and I get that free drink. And I just leave it at that.
Chris coming through.
I'm coming through. I just want to drink. When I come in and pop that collar, I just want to drink. That's all. That's all I want.
Oh Lord.
That's all that's on the menu is a drink. That's all I want.
Qualification on this though. The young lady who was giving me free coffee at Starbucks is gay. She got a wife.
You said that to say what? What they got to do with the price of tea?
That don't mean nothing.
Absolutely.
She got like an actual wife though. I'm just
but she might
way.
She actually was after somebody else in this room.
Oh.
Well, maybe that's what that free coffee was about.
Okay. We get it now.
Yeah. Like, but I
Until
mean,
you find a wife, I said, hey.
right. It's just so like it's we can go down this path for so long, but I mean, like, I just think as a woman, like, for example, y'all know we're doing this weight loss challenge, and it just brings to mind stuff like we as women will accept a chunky dude in a minute. If we got too much, it's always like you got to look like this and you got to look like that and you got to, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody. I'm not saying that, because some people are just into what they're into, but the majority will make you feel like, oh, you got to lose a couple of pounds, or if you were, or you're cute to be a big girl, and all of these different things. You know what I'm saying? We also will deal with a man who may not be as financially sound as we are. But then y'all have these expectations that, oh, I ain't finna do this for her. She got to earn this. I mean, like, it's just, I can go on forever, for ages, on the stuff that, and I'm sure it's some stuff that we do as men. I ain't did that research. I'm talking about women. This is why these men are here, so y'all can come with whatever y'all have. But I'm just saying, like,
I swear before the light of Christ, I'm tired of women who always wanted that nigga selling drugs, or the nigga who's always out on the block, or nigga who never did nothing the right way with his life. Now she got like 2 or 3 kids by one of them niggas.
And ain't even with him.
Now she want a nigga who got a job. Now she want a nigga who got his life together. Now she want a nigga who know how to read good. And he's supposed to come and get her with all these kids.
Yeah.
I mean, but at the end of the day, we accept y'all with a whole bunch of kids. I'm sorry, why you can't go pick up with all them damn kids? I'm just saying.
I know I'm all for equal opportunity. I got 1 kid. You can only have 1 kid. Equal opportunity.
I used to think that way.
That
used to be me. I want you to have more kids than me.
No, I say that now, but you meet that one that's perfect. You be like, you know what? I don't care. But I'm just saying, as a what's expected, I'm not worried about your money. I'm not going to ask you for none. You want to go out? I got you. Put your purse up. Let's go. But don't get with me and expect a BMW when you couldn't get a BMW by yourself. Wait a minute now. That we build on that together. Don't just come in with your hand out. You're gonna get it popped. Like my mama used to do when I asked for change, you pop your hand. That's what's gonna happen. You gotta wait for that. Don't just come in and want the gold. Nah, it don't work like that. You can't get the promotion when you get the job. You gotta build that up. You gotta work on that. Let me know that you're worthy of it. I'm not gonna come with my pants down and be like, you know what time it is. No, I'm gonna get to know you first, and then if it gets there, it gets there. I'm not gonna ask you for it. I tell them that already. You think that's what I want already? Just don't give it to me. Just don't offer it. I'm not gonna ask for it. Don't offer it. I need to know you are exactly who you say you are. So go get your birth certificate. Let me make sure you are female. Everything you tell is correct, and we go from there.
But a lot of men think that that's how they keep women, or that's how they get women if they can slang. No. A lot of y'all think that.
No. If they can do what?
Think that if they put it down in the bed, that's how they can get a woman, and that's how they can keep a woman.
No, I don't do that. Smart. Sure, that's the last thing I do. I don't even show them my wallet. No, I ain't. You got a wallet somewhere. It's not going down like that, because you'll know. You can kind of see the ones that are like that. Like if you go to McDonald's and you see a girl with the nice hair, rings, and the herringbone,
and work in McDonald's.
You know what I'm saying? If you see somebody pretty, you're gonna see somebody pretty. It don't matter where they work at. Yeah. If you're pretty, you're pretty. If you're shaking fries and I see you and be like, damn, that girl in the fries got some skill. Yeah. I'm gonna talk to you. But if I see that's what you're about, I'm gonna go. I don't care where you work, just as long as you work.
If you see she about like money, is that what you're saying?
So what now?
If you see that she about money, you spending money on her.
If I see that that's all she's about, then I'm not gonna stick around. You know what I'm saying?
Because you don't want to judge this girl because somebody her parents could have bought her them rings and put that weave in her head. You know what I'm saying? You standing on the other side of the register talking about a gold digger.
You can tell. That's why I said you get to know her. you can tell by how she talks and how she acts if that's all that she wants. You can tell that. If you pay attention, you can tell that.
You've dated some gold diggers, Chris. Is that what you're saying?
No, I do not. But I stay in Texas. I stay where athletes be at. So if you dress nice and you got, let's see, earrings and you got tattoos, they think you're an athlete. So they come at you. We got the Cowboys down here. We got the Rangers. You got the Mavericks. So when they see tattoos, they think you're athlete. So they think you're chicken. Yeah. So you have to weed certain ones out like this. You know, you got to do that. So because they coming and they seeing that and they coming like, oh, yeah, he kind of look like that guy that was on TV on him. So they coming like this.
So when you take them out, you see if they reach for the check first.
So what now?
I mean, because I'm trying to understand how you discern,
right?
Because my thing is just as a woman, I'm 38 years old.
Yeah.
Let me be 100% clear with you, okay? I tell y'all all the time, I'm a whole boss in this bitch, okay? In this motherfucker, actually.
Yeah, that's what you usually say.
That's exactly what I used to say. So, is it wrong that if me and Mike weren't together and I met somebody else that I need you to be at a certain standard? If I'm pulling up in a Bentley, which I'm not, let me be clear, I ain't that much of a boss. But if I'm pulling up like that, I can't want my person to have that. Like I gotta.
Nah.
No.
I guess I'm trying to.
Prime example. You know how Hillary character was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah.
How she didn't care about nothing, just what you. I'm talking about women that act like that.
Gotcha.
Like if I ask you how you doing today, you be like, whatever. Did you buy me that bag I asked for? Like that.
I'm thinking
that's what I'm talking about. Like that.
Okay, I can dig that. I can dig
that. Yeah, that is what I'm talking. That's what I'm trying to stay away from.
As you should.
I mean, because some people are very, very, very obvious, but I just don't think. Like I said, I feel like sometimes us as women we get slack because we don't want to mess with it. Maybe our whole past has been let me build this man up. We playing build up the whole time. Then you finally get built up, and now you finna be with this next shit. So next time, I ain't building you up. You need to come all the way ready. But sometimes
I feel you on that, and I'm with you on that. I'm with you on that.
Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is why can y'all be broke with a dream and potential, but we gotta
be a rider?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Yeah,
I like you. I don't care what you do or what you have. You don't have to be no boss up front. If I see potential, then we're gonna be bosses together. I get you where you need to go.
I don't really
and on front.
Yeah, but
I don't really know. Go ahead. No. See, go ahead. See, you ain't really said nothing in a minute.
I was just about to say, but at this age, and you meet somebody, you kind of want them to have their shit together.
Yeah, ain't no potential. Past 30, ain't no potential.
Right.
See, you need to establish.
You need to
all day with a purpose.
Yeah. Maybe in your late teens and early 20s, but at this age, ain't no potential.
No.
Yeah, like you need to either have it or you don't. Like one of the two.
Yeah,
I need to be able to pick up on that within the first couple of weeks because we're not going to keep talking. I ain't finna. Cause see me, I'll be believing in you. No. You still stay home? That's your car? No, I'm judging.
Taking an Uber everywhere. You need to.
It ain't no excuse for that. And I'm sorry, but I feel like even like I had one girlfriend who was, you know what I'm saying, she was dating this guy who was I don't know, he felt like for whatever reason she had to earn a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
So
yeah, the what?
Earn, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna just go and spend $100 on the first ticket, quote unquote. But if I can do that for myself, you're not taking me to McDonald's.
No,
you're not. You know what I'm saying? And I'm downgrading it all the way, but I'm just saying I need to be able to talk to somebody on my level. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not judging anybody, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like that's okay. But again, we're quick to be called gold diggers. We're quick to be.
Can I just say? I just want to say that the first date I was taken on was Wendy's.
Yes,
where you were.
That's probably all you deserve. You had some.
Damn.
I met him where he was.
Wendy's got me a spicy chicken sandwich, a biggie fry, and a lemonade, my nigga.
Were you full? Where you
Look, right, exactly.
God.
Me knowing you, it was with purpose. That's all it deserved. Like,
Man,
are you living there now?
I was
Are you
embarrassed to
living
take
there
a
now?
girl to fast food in high school, bro.
you said what?
Ask him where he was.
I was embarrassed to take a girl to fast food in high school. I saved my check up so we can hit Red Lobster or something.
He was in
Yes,
high
sir.
school.
I was
Oh, okay.
I was in high school.
Okay.
So that was a treat. That's better than McDonald's. He leveled up.
And she had a
Yeah.
car too. Sure, I was
Leveled
making it happen.
Absolutely.
My philosophy
Real
is
deep.
meet me where you need to be able to add to what I already have.
There
Right.
you go. There you go. Because so many times, like I said, it's so many times. I know it's been several relationships that I've been in. Like I said, in much younger, because me and Mike done been together since we was 22. But shit, Mike was one of them. You got potential.
Yo, Snacks is tripping in the
What
chat,
this,
bro.
what this man says, Kiki,
Hey,
we don't.
that big red combo.
I ain't even gonna lie. If it's a McRib, I might change my mind. We can sit
Lord have mercy.
together. But no, seriously, Mike was, like I said, I was 22, so of course potential was okay then. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, like, of course, I don't have any desire to be without him. But sometimes I'm just having single girlfriends and other people that's in your space, and they tell you some of the stuff that they go through and how they're being looked upon because they want certain stuff or whatever. But these are hardworking women that have made stuff out of themselves, and they deserve somebody who can come to the plate. But a lot of the guys that they have met have been on some, you know what? I'm finna I had this one dream. I just need somebody to invest in me, believe in me. You know what I'm saying? Like the last person didn't support me.
Well,
So that sounds like a hustle with him just coming off back saying
here's
that.
my first of all, yeah, let's point that out. I just need somebody to invest in me is definitely a hustle. It's
Yeah,
definitely
that's a hustle.
But
I
in
come out, I tell him my
in my
name,
personal experience,
we go from there.
in my
But he
personal
already
experience,
saying believe in him already. He don't want to know her name. He just telling her to believe in him.
No, not that quick, Chris. I was
in my personal experience, women are more likely to come to the table with this list.
Yeah.
And 9 times out of 10, I'm lucky I met the 1 out of the 10, but 9 times out of 10, this list is stuff.
You met one item off the list? Is what you said?
No,
no, he said he meant the one.
Oh, okay.
I hate this nigga so much. 9 times out of 10, whoever she is, she can't meet things off of this list that she wants.
Mm-hmm.
And that's usually why we have a problem with it. Like a bunch of women I know when they had kids, like 1 or 2 kids, they wanted a man with no kids. You come to the table with a kid. Who are you to tell somebody who can't have no kids? They want a man with their own house while they rent an apartment. They want a man with a nice car, but they're on the bus or Ubering everywhere. They want a man who's in shape. Meanwhile,
Kiki face.
what I'm saying is we don't always. Now I know some dudes who come with a list, but in general, I call them bitch ass niggas. But in general, men don't be having a list. We just really want you to look appealing to us.
Mm-hmm.
You just got to be appealing to me. I don't need my friends to think you're appealing because I'm not going home and put my penis in the niggas. I'm coming home and put my penis in her. So that's the only person who got to be appealing to me. We don't come to the table with this what we want to say. Now we will laugh and joke at the barbershop about you need to answer with it. Talk to our real friends, they know we don't want you don't got to have all of that. I don't actually know a whole bunch of dudes who want a woman who want like that. The only dudes I know like that are movies.
It's something happening with your voice.
Going in and out, bro.
Yeah.
I think it's somebody background noise.
That's probably me because I'm at work.
Oh.
Yes.
And
See,
So,
now this
so
time
y'all don't have to mute me this time. I'm finna get back to work. I just want to chime in and say hey to everybody because it's cold out here and my knuckles hurt. So
Hi, Chris.
We
Y'all
appreciate you
good.
dropping in, Chris.
All right, bro.
All right, see you later.
Yeah.
I told y'all Chris thought I'm playing.
that was the wind in the background.
What I was saying was though, I don't know a whole bunch of dudes who have a list, and usually when I know a dude with a list, I can put him in the category of a bitch ass nigga because usually that's a bitch ass nigga with this list. I don't know a whole lot of dudes who come with the she got to be making a certain amount because typically speaking, we don't even think about that. And the ones who I know think about that tend to be moochers.
I'm not trying to
Yeah,
be.
okay, there you go. There you go.
I ain't trying to be carried by no woman, bro.
Exactly.
Wait. So let me jump in here right quick because I need to understand. I understand. So let me tell you what I do understand. I understand that men need to be men. They want to be able to be taken care of. You don't want to be carried by anybody.
Yeah.
But you ain't okay with having a liability either. Let's be clear.
Right.
No.
Like, don't nobody want that.
You
got to be some level of
you gotta have a work ethic.
I mean, it would be your choice to take care of this bill or pay the restaurant bill or something. But I ain't gonna rely on that.
Okay.
No. Not saying rely on it, but just being in the place where if anything were to happen to you, you have a backbone to support you. I mean, like I can't imagine us at this age or even younger being like, oh, you can. I'm finna come home to the chick that just.
And naturally, y'all.
The only experience you got is fast food. You know what I'm saying? Like that come. Are you pulling up and you still gotta you know what I'm saying? Like y'all not gonna be okay with that.
So what Kiki is saying is y'all do have standards. They just might not be on the list, but y'all do have standards that you look for in a partner.
Yes. What I'm talking about though is I think everyone should have a standard. I don't think a lot of people come to this list of realistic standards.
You think a lot of women don't come with a list of realistic?
Let's clarify.
My personal experience. This is not scholarly. This is all anecdotal. I feel like you know exactly what I'm talking about. You seem like that kind of person. I'm saying that in my personal experience, when a woman presents me with this list of things that she wants, the only things on them that tend to be realistic are skin tone, height, and man.
Definitely height, bro.
That's it. Everything else is not always. I know 2 or 3 people, but generally speaking, when they hit me with this list, I'd be like, yo, most of that stuff is stuff you can't do. So
what was the last one you said?
Height, skin tone, and he got to be a man. That's the only 3 realistic things to be on the list.
Man. I know a lot of dudes that couldn't like pull through because they were short. Chick was like, I don't mess with short guys. Like, damn, bro.
Listen, let me tell you something, okay? I am 5'10". The number 6 pisses me off. Let me just put that on the table. I hate the 2 words put together, 6 and foot. Hate it so much. Hate it so much.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
Oh, you close. But no, like I guess me personally, I've never been. Don't get me wrong. I want to look at you and be attractive. That has never been one of my things or one of my requirements because I just don't feel like I'm not perfect. You know what I'm saying? I got a whole bunch of flaws, things I want to change about myself. I can't possibly request somebody else to be perfect. So that ain't never been. I'm more attracted to your mind, to your emotions, to those type of things. Now, don't get me wrong. I got to be able to look at you.
Yeah, you don't want to wake up to no ooga booga.
I got to be able to look at you. And I have tried that whole thing where if you get attracted to their mind, then you're going to forget how they look at. It really depends.
It's never true.
It hasn't been proven to me. Let's say
Y'all ain't never dated nobody unattractive?
Who, me?
Hell no.
I absolutely have. Yeah. I mean, to me, like I said, it's not like I find beauty in so many other things. I'm not perfect. I got a gazillion things that I'd be like, oh, if I can do this, and if I can do that, or whatever. So I'm not expecting that you have to be more than just. What?
He had to think about it. Did you?
Yeah.
He did think like, have I? But I'm just saying, like, and I guess that's more attracted to what society deems attractive because I might not find those same qualities attractive in a person. So I guess that has never just been a big deal to me. You know what I'm saying? But I do know some people who just like, he light skinned. He 5'2". You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've encountered those type of women too, so I know that that's true. And you can't expect because, like I said, nobody want to roll over and they stand at a bulldog. Nobody, we're not doing.
Did it catch you by surprise one day? You be like,
You know what else is a double standard? Women on women, but not men on men.
I knew it would.
That is a double standard.
Let me say that I am 100% guilty of that, and I am more likely to befriend a gay woman and completely shun not the existence, like I'll acknowledge and even talk to, but like not befriend a gay man.
But why?
Because I grew up in the era where if you were talking to the gay dude, you was gay too.
Yeah.
But that era has changed and we know different now. So why?
That's now. I'm 38. You're expecting me to give 36, 37 years of upbringing a window to jump out of just because we're in a new age. That's not going to happen. It's not that simple.
Can we try though? Because
he has.
There are gay men that I speak to, that I have whole conversations with.
Yeah, you wouldn't consider them a friend though.
Right.
That's the different relationship.
We are acquaintances.
Yeah.
Right. He don't diss them or nothing.
But niggas don't got my phone number.
Yeah, I grew up from the same background.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of grew out of that once I started working with a gay dude, and he was pretty cool. I don't know if I would go out with him or nothing like that. But we cool though.
Right. You alright though? Like if anybody.
But I mean, is that simply because of the perception? Because my thing is
no, he's gonna take me to a gay bar, and I'm gonna be in there looking like.
But you can take him somewhere instead of letting him take you somewhere.
Look. Here you go. You ready? Let me just put this on the table. First of all, I don't really go out like that anyway. When I do go out, it ain't gonna be me and my homeboy who's gay. That ain't happening. Because if I went out, just me and my homegirl who's not gay, what is that?
A problem.
So why am I going out with this dude?
If she gay, it's a problem.
Well, I ain't going though.
I'm just saying.
I'm not going out with my homegirl.
Female.
I'm not going out with my homegirl. Just me and her. So I'm not going out with this person who likes penis.
True. Whoever said that is very true. Gay men have the baddest women around them.
They do, because let me tell y'all about gay men. They be, and gay women too, you know what I'm saying? They be some of the dopest people. They be super smart. They can put you up on different things, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just a people person in general. I can really care less
and hang with him, but because he talks to him because I have I don't work with him no more, but we used to hang out.
Arturo! Oh my God!
Why you didn't say his name?
He is hilarious. He's hilarious.
Yeah,
and
he's wonderful.
He's smart. And we went to this choir showcase thing, and my man had on a see-through shirt.
Not in the Lord's house.
Listen,
not in the Lord's house.
He is hilarious.
Listen, homie. And then I work with a transgender. Bomb. Love him. So,
I mean, I've had a couple of gay associates who were men. Brad, who used to work at Smoky Bones with me.
Yeah.
That was my dude at work.
So again, I have to ask, is it the perception? Because both of you guys, from what I see and know and what I've encountered, are very strong and secure men. So, like, I'm not interested in that. So is it just the perception of what everybody else is going to say if they see you at a restaurant or hanging out with somebody gay?
Or I just ain't gonna feel comfortable.
But if they're your friend, they will respect your boundaries and they're not gonna try you, right?
Yeah, but I don't know him. Like the dude I work with, I don't know him that well to know, like, is he gonna get drunk and try some shit?
Well, I mean, that is
Gotcha. So you probably shouldn't be hanging with him.
And then on top of that, it's a part of it is a perception thing, but the perception thing comes from, I don't want you to say something disrespectful to me because of this situation. Not the gay dude, but some other person. Because disrespect at that point, I have to do something about this. So I'm just not going to put myself in that situation.
Because you're going to want to defend the friend that you're with.
And that's a whole other world for me. I don't have to go over here and get into a fight. Now I'm in jail. Got to call my wife, be like, yo, I got in a fight. Why? Because I was at the bar fighting. What you was at the bar fighting for? Because I was at the bar with Fred and somebody said something to Fred.
And don't get it twisted. Fred ain't no joke.
Yeah. And I think somebody, what's his name? Chris? Chappelle, he said gay people have their own type just like we do. I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Most gay men won't even do that. In my experience, they don't, because I feel like the gay friends that I have, they are insecure because of the perception of if I say anything, if I do anything. So I've seen them even try to act more manly when they're around other men because of the fact that
Not with females.
I have not encountered this with
No,
the
no,
gay
this dude I'm talking about, he did that before to another guy I worked with.
So you have experiences with this person.
Yeah, I mean, this dude is like 6'4", 280, straight, like muscle bound dude. And it took everything in us to pull that dude away from him because he was about to whoop his ass.
Maybe he saw something that gave him a different opinion of the
Oh
guy.
no, we had a work happy hour and he got proud of himself.
He had a little too much to drink.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I was like, see, this is why I don't do this type of shit with you.
Gotcha. So Letitia said, I would never understand that because it's just a sexual preference. It doesn't determine who you are as a person. So how about we just get to know the person? And I guess that's where I'm at. Like I feel people as people.
Conditioning. It's conditioning. Lesbians are a lot more accepted because they're sexualized. And it adds to femininity in most cases. But if you are seen as a gay man, that takes away from masculinity. So I think it's a lot bigger than just that.
I mean,
I definitely agree.
To delve into that, I just know that the way that I was raised, you didn't even talk to gay dudes.
Mm-hmm.
Period. What was you talking to them for? And I had to break myself out of that.
And I'm glad you did, because that just makes me so sad. Like they just, I mean,
the
thing is, I mean, it's just a person. You know what I'm saying? They have so many things that's similar. Like what they got going on in their bedroom ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And if I've established with you that these are my boundaries and you don't need to overstep them as a friend, I expect for you to respect that. I don't care what in this world I'm seeing with you. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. So I'm happy that you've taken the initiative to view it differently. And I challenge y'all to keep going because you might be missing out on some great people just because of what everybody else is going to perceive. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't do that.
Nah, I've been out with a gay chick before, and that was fun.
I got a gay homegirl right now. That is my like that's
as far as
I see her out in public, I'd be like, "Hey yo!" Like she wanted to felt when I
one pretended to be okay.
Yeah, one pretended to be gay. And...
Oh.
Y'all got some interesting little stories.
I need these are confessions.
When I was in college, a young lady who was in the school, all of us thought she was gay. Everybody thought,
except moi,
because she told everybody I'm gay. Used to roll with this little gay chick and everything, so I thought that was her girlfriend. Come to find out one day, that was just what she was using to keep dudes she didn't want off of her. Meanwhile, me and her was like real cool.
She's sitting on his lap.
She wasn't sitting on my lap.
Oh.
Yes, she was. I see that laugh. She was sitting on his lap.
She was not sitting on my lap. However, what she was doing was something that if I had thought she was straight, I wouldn't have let her do.
Wow. And so it's so funny because a couple minutes ago, the Insurgent brand said they play gay to get girls, and so you can look at that obviously around from what you said. She was playing gay so she can starve folks off and get to what she really wanted. Yeah, that's way too much energy. way too much energy.
But anyway, that was a one-time situation.
So I think that Danielle explained it best. I think that what she is saying is because we do, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that it's attractive to see girls be with girls.
It's another standard.
And I can't, a lot of people may not want to admit it as far as women are concerned because we got little egos too, and you don't want to be looked at a certain kind of way. I don't have a problem with it. I'm grown. Listen,
so like
my own thing. That's attractive to me, okay?
You can take your woman to the strip club and she'll be cool, but
you cannot take
woman ain't about to take you to a male strip club and you be cool.
The
reality of it is, and Danielle, I don't know if you can agree with me or Trina if you do, The reality of it is we don't want to be in a male strip club. Okay? I don't want to see that. That's not attractive to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't want to go there. So if Mike is saying let's go to the strip club, I got like 5 of them like showing up, but it ain't gonna be no guys dancing in my face. It ain't nothing. I mean, I don't know what it is. It's just not attractive to me.
Have you? Well, I've been already.
I have too.
Yeah, I've been too. I'd much rather go to a normal one.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
I was saying I've been to a male review. They was cool, but I'd much rather go to a normal strip club.
That look like it hurt, don't it? And I ain't even got one.
Right. I mean, like it's just I'd be like, I don't know about this. I just don't know. But I mean, it's the same thing with sports. So like NBA players get paid much better than WNBA players. They get out. These girls are just as talented sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But
they're not even getting paid 6 figures, I heard.
That's what I'm saying. Or if it is, it's the low 6 figures, you know what I'm saying? But they out there working just as hard, you know what I'm saying? Or do we even have a woman football player that ain't no little league type thing? You know what I'm saying? Like
they got the lingerie, the lingerie football league.
Right. That's what I'm saying. In order to even get some type of attention. And you know what I'm saying? It's certain careers that's more male dominated than it is women, because it's something about, like, it was one time one of our subscribers, I had said something about not needing a man, and obviously he was feeling a certain kind of way, and he
was. I remember this.
Yeah, he tells me, I bet you were gonna vote for Hillary. What do we look like with a woman running the country? And I'm just thinking to myself, like, usually we much smarter than y'all. Okay, y'all would label us as emotional, but we can boss up and do stuff that we might need to, even in tears, if we had to. It's so frustrating to me, because I just want to be an equal. Like, I want us to normalize equal. That's what I want us to do. So I don't know.
Start with us teaching our kids that, in order to break the cycle and start anew.
I mean, but you can tell kids till they blue in the face what's right and what's wrong, but they gonna do what the hell
they want to do.
You just gotta trust that your kid has, the brain power to make good decisions.
And model those decisions too. Kids learn more from modeling than you just telling them do this, do as I say, not as I do. They're gonna do what you do.
But we have to still start by telling them, because if you don't tell them and explain it, then they're not going to do it. So if we teach them to go after women, and that getting an older woman is an achievement, that's what they're going to do. Right.
Exactly. And I can honestly say, because I'm starting all over. I have a 4-year-old, I have a 20-year-old.
Yeah,
ain't nobody asked you. Listen, okay? Stay over there, okay? But no, I do. And so, of course, I mean, I'm 18 when I had Jarian. Jarian probably would be better considered my brother than my kid. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of stuff that I learned, but I did know enough about myself and what I had experienced to encourage him to take his body seriously. You know what I'm saying? Take this serious. Like, I was trying to instill those things. What I have learned is sometimes the society, their friends, everybody else has more influence than you do. I'm proud of my kid. You know what I'm saying? He's super smart. He can be just equally as dumb sometimes. And that's a part of his story. It's a part of his growth. At first I used to hammer on myself about it. Like, I didn't do this right. I didn't do that right. Why couldn't he do, you know what I'm saying? And then I had to realize, like, I did the best that I knew how at that time. Now I have a whole another kid, and she is completely different than him. You know what I'm saying? So even the things that I thought, now I know better, I'm still having to relearn, because it's not going to apply to her, because she is completely different than he was. You know what I mean? And so all we can do as parents is try to teach them different. I feel like, for me, of course, you can't be 100%. What will apply for boys and girls isn't going to be the same. But some of these subjects, we can teach them to value themselves. We can teach them, you know what, I want you to value yourself, but I also want you to respect this young lady you with, like they're your mom, like they're your sister. You know what I'm saying? We can change the narrative if we just try. We gotta, like, it's not just as equally as it's not cool for our little daughters to be whores. I'm not okay with my son being a whore either. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know that about you. I don't want you to be out here giving yourself to everybody. Like, you are valuable. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many other areas that it can apply, but we have to do better. Like, we got to.
So that's a double standard. I mean, you talked about, Kiki, how I don't understand for the life of me how men expect their daughters to be put on a pedestal, but they don't treat other women the same way. Like, why don't men treat other women the way they expect their daughters to be treated?
I'm gonna need you to bring it home. Can you speak for the people in the back? Can you repeat it? I wish I can turn the TV.
And as a mom of a daughter, that really is important to me. Like, I really want to understand that.
Cause she not my daughter.
But I don't care.
Woman.
Your son gonna be talking to my daughter, and I want my daughter to be treated well.
Listen, and I understand you. I'm not even saying that you don't make sense, but she not my daughter.
I don't get that. I do not understand.
It's the same concept.
If every other man has that same point of view, then nobody's significant other is going to do it well.
Again, I'm not saying what you're saying doesn't make sense.
We need a real answer.
Yeah, because I don't like that one. As a mom, daughter, I don't like that.
Talk to him and say your friend.
Are you ready? This is my wife, and I love her,
right,
dearly, right? I have discovered that there are some things I can't do just being nice to someone that I would do for her, but I can't do that for some people just being nice. Not because wait, let me finish. Not because I can't be that nice, but because if I do that, she may think something more than me just being nice. Correct? Cool. So in that same vein, I don't care about other women as much as I care about her. So your feelings, specific, like your feelings, don't matter to me as much as hers do.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that every woman should be treated just like your wife. I'm just saying that you should have the same level of respect. When you teach your son to dog out other women, but you don't want other men to dog out your daughter, that's contradictory.
It's the same thing for some of us. I'm not saying what you're saying doesn't make sense. I'm not trying to take away from your point whatsoever.
It's like, why did you dog out the women before me?
The women that I dogged out before.
Right, Danielle? So why did he dog out all the women before?
Wait a minute. What's considered dogging out?
Exactly.
I don't think that y'all are understanding. My thing is the way that I'm taking Danielle is like, for me, and I'm very much this person, call it old school, whatever. If even still to this day, if I'm in the grocery store and somebody teenage son is cussing around me, I will check his ass in a minute because I don't want my kid doing the same thing. Yeah. And I'm sure that he does, and I hope that somebody would be willing to check him too. And you ain't got to put your hands on him, but sweetie, I'm a grown woman. You're not doing this. Same thing with somebody's daughter. If I see you out here and your skirt is too hiked up or whatever, it's something that I wouldn't approve for my kid. I don't have to love her, know her, or anything, but I care enough to be able to say, come here, let me just pull your dress down, or, you know what I'm saying, adjust this or whatever. Same thing that we'll do for our girlfriends in the street or for whatever reason. What we're saying is, and maybe I'm misquoting you here, Danielle, I think that that's where you're going, but why is it that you want this respect for your daughter? You want the next man to treat your child this way, but then you'll get somebody else's daughter and do them any kind of way.
And my answer to that is, again, I never said she was wrong in her concept of what she's saying. Like, I loosely agree with her. But those women not my daughter. Them women not my sister. Them women not my mama. Them women not my aunt. Them women not my cousin. Them women not my friends. They're not my acquaintances. I don't give a shit about them in that manner.
So that's your answer.
I want to know what dogging that is.
I'm not saying of myself. I'm saying in general, that's the way that's approached. You have something I want, and therefore I'm going to do what I need to get.
Okay. Maybe let me clarify. So
first, clarify what dogging out means for C. Because
let me clarify my upbringing, right? So I felt like my parents specifically taught me how to be a wife, but I don't feel like people are specifically teaching their sons how to be husbands.
They don't.
So that's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, if you prepare your daughter for being a wife, being a significant other, but nobody's preparing men to be good husbands, there's gonna be a conflict.
Oh, and that again, I agree with you. We are on the same page. I've been saying this the whole time. I don't disagree with you at all. I was just trying to say what the general answer is when I ask this question. That's what I get as an answer. When I'm at the barbershop, that's what I get. When I'm sitting in the waiting room up at Jiffy Lube or whatever, just chit-chatting with folk, that's the answers that I be getting. I personally have already told my son that if he plans to be a good man, there are certain things that he needs to do. I will never say that a man is a boy because he doesn't do things that I think men should do. I just say he's not a good man. So if you want to be a good man, there are things I don't do that I try to teach him to do because I realize that I am lacking in those areas because no one ever taught me to do these. So I try to teach him to do those things. Where I am failing in the teaching, trust me, my helpmeet finds those things and pushes them heavily upon him. We try very hard to break that cycle. We can only do it with so many.
But it's this curse gonna be broken in this house. Fact.
I'm trying to figure out if I ever dog a girl.
See, have you ever treated a woman the way that you wouldn't want your daughter to be treated? I think that's a good definition of dog out.
I don't think I have.
Well, you would be an exception.
You would be an exception.
I got to give me some examples because maybe I have. I don't know.
So let me.
I definitely have.
Right. So here's a disrespectful way to this is disrespect to a woman, right? And I'm going off stories that I've heard. This has never happened to me. Okay.
One second. Just Jab 23 said, "What curse? Why are we acting like men are the only problem? We're not.
We're speaking specifically to an issue,
right? It was specific issue. But go ahead.
Disrespecting a female running a train on. You know what a train is?
Yeah, I never done that.
Okay, that's disrespecting a woman.
Have you ever cursed someone out, made them feel bad?
Calling out her name,
groping women you don't know in the club.
Right. Cheating on her all the time.
I done that.
I've definitely.
You done groped on somebody that didn't give you permission?
Yeah, when I was in a teen club. Yeah.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
Grown
club. So yeah, would you want that to happen to your daughter?
Even when you young and slapped on the butt and kept going. That's disrespectful. Yeah, that's disrespectful.
No, it ain't. They be wanting it. Like, oh my
God. But I was just about to say the girl, she turned around and
no problem.
You said somebody doing that to your daughter? Though.
Nah, I'll fight you in the street over that.
No, I wouldn't. But yeah. What's the example? Give me something else.
Heavy, because if you over here talking about they guilty of wanting it, I'm finna come up them steps on you. That's what we be wrong. Like, don't touch me. You do not know me. Don't put your hands on me. Y'all wouldn't be okay. That's another double standard. Y'all can hit us on our butt, grip us, do whatever. Can we come and grab your penis?
No, yes. I'm sure men wouldn't mind. I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
I don't know. If I go up there and try to grab it, he be wait. And we've been married. We've been together for 16 years.
So like when they have bike week, going to bike week, just walking, and it's a group of us, and a dude just grab you.
Nah,
That's what I'm saying.
That's too much.
But I mean,
your friends don't even know you got grabbed.
Don't belong.
Trying to go to jail.
It's a lot of things that dudes do that I never really understood though. Like I've never understood. I'm trying to holler at you. Excuse me, miss, come here real quick. You say no. You keep walking. Well, fuck you then, bitch. I never could figure it out. I could never figure out running down the street behind the chick and grabbing her by her hand. Hey, hold up, let me talk to you. I never got that. She heard you the first time you tried to call. She didn't ask you because she don't want to talk.
And I think that's another double standard on women's part too. Is most women want men to approach them, but very rarely do we want to approach you guys. And I'm gonna approach them. Like seriously, I have. Like I mean, if I find you interesting, I will. But a lot of women look at that in conversations that I've had. Like if he didn't want me, then you know what I'm saying. But I guess I look at it like men can be shy too. You know what I'm saying? And don't know what to say. So why do we look at that like that even?
Well, I don't know. I don't know why women don't approach me. I've never understood that one a day in my life.
I think we hate rejection more than men do.
I think y'all face it in more ways than we do.
It ain't about
rejection. Y'all face rejection in more ways than we do, so you don't want to add another one to the list.
I mean, you know the possibilities we can go out there, but I might not see you again. So,
right. I mean, me down, but me and you.
Right. Like seriously. I mean, like I said, I have approached.
That's the other thing though, because women reject you, and everybody in the building got to know she rejected you.
No, I don't think it's y'all don't want to subject yourself to lies.
Tell Travis to come over here.
Putting his little 2 cents in.
No, we hear you back.
Pull up a chair, brother.
No, I'm just saying. I think it's more so with women. They don't want to approach men because I feel like they just scared that he gonna be lying. Because if you approach a man and he just happened not to have his ring on that day, he gonna say he not married, and so she don't want to get caught up in that web of deceit. So I think is that aspect.
That's a good point, Trav. But we also got to remember, Trav, it's a bunch of women out here lying to men about a bunch of stuff.
It is. But I think women do still like to be on the offense. They don't really like to be on the defense. So
what I think it is
subjecting themselves to that, I think it's a little scary. I think.
I'm with you on that. That's a stellar point. One I'm going to add to my arsenal and pretend that I made it up.
Yeah. So that's just my 2 cents on that. But yeah, I've been chiming in over here.
I thought you was way in the background. I didn't imagine that you was like right now. You could have.
I've been floating.
He been walking around.
Floating.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is a good, interesting topic. Trust me, I fight with her on a lot of this stuff all the time. Because believe it or not, we see it different when it comes to like her whole analogy about why men don't treat their daughters like, I expect somebody to treat my daughter. I'm kind of like this dude. It's like, and I'm going to go with C. Lang on this. I know he'll feel me because I think this is what he was trying to get to. Most of the times, if you're a smooth dude and you can respect the woman and still push the boundaries and get stuff from her. So you're not necessarily dogging her out, but you can make her do some things that she probably wouldn't have done had you not presented yourself in that manner. So a lot of times when you treating a young lady like your daughter, some dudes just got to get the gab. Whereas they not like taking it. You had a nice meal. He brought you to his crib. It was a nice crib. He was respectful, but you did something that you probably didn't expect you was gonna do. He didn't call you the next day, and it was cool. He wasn't rude to you, but just understanding that, hey, this is a dude that when I want to, be treated nice, I'm not really looking for a relationship. I'll hit up C. Lang or we'll chill or,
Don't get that man in trouble.
No, I'm just saying.
He ain't playing them games.
His wife probably in here right now.
He was really trying to reflect and see if he ever dogged a woman. And I think that's what he was, going through. Like, hey, I know I done done some things, but I wasn't mean. I didn't.
So you don't have to be mean to have malicious intent. You know what you're doing.
Right. So the double standard on that part is he found her weak spot and he used.
I don't ever think it was weak. I just think
weak spot.
It was
disrespect. I'm just saying.
I just think it was vibing. Or you could create a vibe with a woman. Like y'all could hit it off for a night.
Oh, got a mouthpiece on him. That's all.
What you say, C-Line?
The old boy just got a mouthpiece on him. He can just
right.
Give the gab.
That's what he said.
So men got to gift the gab, right?
Oh my God.
And women got to gift the clap.
Oh my God.
I mean,
because if we use what we got to get what we want, it's a problem.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But if y'all use y'all gift the gab to get what y'all want, it's okay.
It's a gift.
But see, the scenario I'm painting.
But when we use it, we a hoe.
No.
Or a gold digger.
I'm not saying that.
Or gold digger. Or y'all want our daughters to be fresh for her dude.
Right.
We don't know how to turn tricks, but when y'all get with us, we need to know how to get ahead. We need to know how to bust it wide open. We need to
I agree with that.
Y'all not finna sit here and tell me that y'all don't want no experience. Y'all get with a person and she don't know how to moan, right, do whatever. All y'all ain't trying to teach.
Hold on. I want to point something out, and I'm just going to be honest about this.
Okay.
We just let me get this all the way out.
Go ahead. I'm finna drink something so I can keep my mouth full.
We need to have more practice because y'all are harder to please than we are.
Okay, I agree with you on that.
I would agree too. I gotta give you that one.
No, that's not a high five. Who are you practicing with? Because the person you're with needs to be pleased. You practicing on a whole bunch of different people is not going to help you satisfy the person that you're with.
When you are, trained.
No.
Can I finish what I'm saying?
No. You're not training for a fight. You train how to fight that person that you're going in the ring with. When you fight somebody else, you train a different way to beat that person. So no, that analogy won't work. So you practicing with them other females before me, you still had to get it right when you got with me. So hoeing didn't help you before
some
you
of
got
those
with me.
Gifts and abilities led me to be able to do
believe that you want to.
What you taught me to do for you.
No, I met you at 17.
I was a smooth hoe by the time I was 17.
Is it me or are they freezing?
Yeah, I'm really messing up. I think it's us.
I don't know. I feel like everybody freezing. Okay.
Okay.
Can I pose a question? I've been off to the side. Can I pose a question to the panel?
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, Kiki freezing.
I'm freezing too?
You were.
Yeah.
Oh, you straight now?
I am. Okay, because y'all freezing too. I don't know. Maybe all our internet messing up at the same time.
All of us are moving freely. It's just you.
Oh, and I'm still not moving freely?
You kind of sound like a robot on the low.
I see you fine.
So let me pose a question to the panel, right? I hear all these, double standards, men and women. I ask it to Danielle all the time. Do women feel like it's a society where everybody should be married? Everybody should be working toward marriage? I don't feel like a society everybody need to be gearing for marriage or taking every relationship they get into so serious, and it's got to be, you got to check off the list. Some people just vibe for a while, figure it out. Every relationship you engage in don't have to be marriage material or potential for marriage. That's why the divorce rate is so high. I feel like people need to feel it out and feel what they like, feel what they don't want. You need to get your heart broke a little bit so you know what you don't want. I don't think it should be this perfect.
Preach.
I don't think it should be this perfect. You meet the man the first day to go perfect. He check all your boxes. No, you need to get hurt a little bit. You need to want more so you learn about yourself, because marriage is not easy. So I don't think we should all be raising our kids to say marriage is the only way to be happy. That's a reason why a lot of women depressed and anxiety, because they feel like this clock ticking, because society has told them you have to be married. And I don't feel like that's the case. I don't feel like you need to be married to be happy in this society. I don't feel like you do.
But you can explore in an ethical and respectful way. You don't have to explore or be
and that goes back to my scenario. It don't have to be this whole disrespectful thing just because a woman decides to do something with a man. It's not always this murky, he put her in the back of a van and tied her up and he ain't giving no choices. Sometimes it's two people who really just was vibing and it was cool. They're not married. They didn't even engage into like a deep relationship, but it worked for a while and they did it. So I just feel like sometimes relationship, the pressure to always be looking for somebody, I think that I don't want to teach my daughter that. I'm not going to teach my daughter to look for a man for her self-pride. My daughter going to have her own stuff, car, her own house. I'm not going to teach her.
I'm sorry.
Danielle, can you change your name to his Cash App? Because I want to put some in the collection. That man preached a whole sermon on us just now.
Yes, sir.
I feel like I should have been doing some of these in here real quick.
Right, and I definitely agree. I don't think that marriage is the goal for everybody. Sometimes people just want long-term relationships. It's all up to the individual. I just think that you have to meet somebody who is on your same accord. Like, you don't need to be dating and finagling with a person who has decided that they never want to be married. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need to try to convince that person. Somebody's gonna end up unhappy. I don't know about that. You need to get hurt a little bit, because hell, at this age, we haven't been drugged, hurt, went through a whole bunch of stuff. I don't want to do that no more. But at the end of the day, I don't think that it is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like college ain't for everybody. You know what I'm saying? There's certain stuff I feel like you need to do. You need to get through high school, but you ain't got to go to college. There's other ways to be successful. Right. You can be in a relationship, but your ultimate goal does not have to be marriage.
Right.
Hey, Mike.
No height, just kicks.
I need to put my tank top on. I came overdressed.
You gonna come in and mess up my life because we've been doing perfect.
Listen, I'm
I've been
for
watching
sure
it the whole
telling my
time.
son not to get married.
I think nobody freeze. Y'all all got something going on. I'm watching it the whole time. Nobody was frozen on my end. So
Yeah, I ain't seen that either.
It was just perfect.
all of them said you froze, and then you said all of them froze, but when nobody froze. So
you have some input?
No.
I just wanted to listen in.
Oh, okay.
Is it a problem? Because I can remove myself.
You're fine.
Okay.
Anywho,
Well, what I was gonna say though is, first of all, I agree with Trav. He's right. I don't believe that people should jump into relationships, but I think a lot of people forget what dating is supposed to be. Both men and women. I think a lot of men and women enter into the I'm dating somebody, meaning they're in an exclusive relationship. And that's not what dating is. That's when you're in an exclusive relationship, and we don't know. I guess nowadays we don't have an actual word for that type of relationship, so we just keep calling it dating. But you can't say you're dating one person, because dating is supposed to be
Hoeing.
not hoeing.
I'm just playing. I'm just.
I definitely do. I think the problem is communication when it comes to that, though. Because generally, in my experience, not because, like I said, we've been together forever, but in my experience, people aren't on the same accord. Like, sometimes I can't be honest in saying that women, we take signs and we run with them, even though a man may have already said, this ain't what I'm trying to do, but in our mind, we exclusive. You know what I'm saying? And that's something that we have to manage. But I also do think that it has everything to do with communication, because sometimes as men, y'all are giving us signs and we be on the phone with our girlfriends like, he said this, you think he meant that, or whatever, so it get misconstrued. But if you are saying, I am dating, but I'm not dating you exclusively, we're gonna hang out, but I'm still hanging out with some other chicks, let the woman or let the man be able to decide if that's what they want to be bothered with. But that's not the conversations that's being had all the time. So I definitely agree with you. Dating should be dating. If I'm dating you, I might date somebody else tomorrow, and on Friday I probably got a whole nother new date, and maybe Saturday too. But it's okay to, if you're truly dating and you're unafraid of, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess in a lot of ways, it's like, I want you, so I'm gonna let you believe this, but I still want to go over here and do all these other things.
But that's why you always get that question from the female. So, what are we? What are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
What y'all be saying?
You're like, shit, I ain't really that. Like, we don't be thinking about, we having fun. That's what we doing.
Instead of
y'all gotta be careful with that too,
but I'm cooking it with other people. Don't be like, I ain't really thought about it.
But a female don't want to hear, oh yeah, we cool, but I'm smashing shawty, another shawty.
No, we do be wanting to hear that, because then I can go home and say, well, I'm finna go and smash shawty.
No,
right?
and then you could be jealous and wonder what I'm doing all the time and possibly start fucking with me. So I don't know.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Really, I think y'all assume that a lot of women are like that. All women are not like that. If y'all keep it real with us, we gonna keep it real with y'all. Y'all just gotta find the right one. If
right.
y'all,
and I ain't never found that one. I haven't. I ain't never found that shit that you like, hey, well, I'm just chilling and doing what I do, so you gonna chill and do what you do? Cool. All of them always get jealous and be like, you was just with her? Like, fuck my
feelings.
We didn't. I didn't say us.
No, but I'm just saying, and he told me,
because I ain't never fucked around with nobody when we was together. So
he told me, I said, because I asked the "What are we doing?" question, and he started that shit. I said, can you just let it flow? Like, do whatever, let it be whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want, because I felt like he was in the situation, like, I'm just determined not to do. And I'm just like, one day you might fall in love. I didn't want to be in that place where it was just like, I got to check back with you. Mike, to be perfectly honest with you, until we got married, he never said, are we together? It just kind of, nobody ever said we. Yeah. I mean, we wasn't into a relationship until we got married.
But see, y'all remember when and Travis was talking about how they, had the gift of gab with certain women in order to get what they want. So they know what type of women they're dealing with and her mindset. So that woman is going to know whether or not they are dating or if they are free to see whomever based on the conversation that they had. So they're going to know what to say to her so that she isn't opening up her cookie jar to other men and to keep it exclusive to them because of their gift.
Yeah, no, I can't deal with that, bro.
You said you can't deal with that.
But see, that's the thing. That's what they want to do. They want to make sure that they're using that gap. And we be over here, and this is why we be thinking we exclusive because of something that you done said.
Yep.
Meanwhile, you out there still smashing, and we over here all.
I'm guilty of that.
It's a big thing.
And they'll say the woman takes the wrong way.
A lot of men, in order to get what they want out of women, they gotta sell them that dream. You feel me?
That's why you don't listen to shit they say. Only what they do.
You gotta be like, look.
Oh my God.
I mean, for real. Yeah, I'm just being real. Like that's just part of the game. That's a young folk game. I'm mature now. I would never do that, but I'm just saying back in the day, you gotta be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? It's all about you, lady. You know, it's me and you. It's
what you mean, facts, Letitia? I need to understand.
She said facts, Kiki.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, I thought she was agreeing with you. I misread.
Wow, can nobody agree with me?
No, you can't.
I'm just.
No, I mean I get it. I mean we have that's the thing, y'all sleep on this. We have game too.
Speaking of double standards,
what's the double standard?
Women do that too, though.
Right. I was gonna say
women got the game too now.
Yes.
I done been finagled out of my penis a couple of times in the past. I ain't even gonna cap. Like I don't have chicks that we were cool, everything was all good. I hit it. And they were like, oh, so what you finna do? I mean, it was good and all that, but I'll let you. I gotta get up early in the morning or something like that. So you know,
you probably should have.
And then, but look though, it wasn't no bad. You know, I know you were gonna go there. It wasn't no trash because I was called back on a regular basis. But I just had to realize that's what I was there for. I was a fool. You know?
Nick, like that's a thing because I've been hearing nowadays about dudes who name being a chick phone as free food.
Yep, Long Johnson.
Long Johnson, niggas be in chicks' phone as good texter.
Yeah, they put you on their phone and your characteristics.
You don't even know what you're supposed to be. Listen, this is all of this is why I'm glad I ain't dating nobody never again.
Me too.
Hilarious.
Every time we talk,
what's wrong?
Every time we talk, I be wondering about him. I don't know. I've been thinking I've been knowing Mike for all these years. I don't know if I know him, y'all.
Oh, you know me intimately.
Biblically.
But I mean, get the gab. Remember, it doesn't mean like you swindling. You can be honest, especially today. I feel like a lot of dudes. I feel like it's easier to date for dudes because I feel like the double standards aren't what they used to be. Women are a lot more free than what they were. What was talking the other day where?
Yeah.
What?
No pause.
Who was talking about something?
Are we paused?
No, I don't know. It's Mike got his phone and ain't nobody pausing, but for whatever reason, y'all keep glitching.
Nah, it's straight on my end. Oh yeah.
Everybody moving on my end.
No. I don't know.
Everybody just started dancing and then we figure out the pause.
Yeah, but I feel like dating. I feel like the double standards have lessened with this new generation. I'm glad I'm not dating today because women are, boy, there's a lot of tricks out there now. Because not women tricks, but tricks of the trade is.
Wow.
We talk about it all the time, man. Like women aren't as innocent as they used to be because it's I honestly feel like the men get preyed on more in this society. I really do, because women are with this whole internet, social media, influencers. Like these dudes get $30. Getting $30 a month to show some.
Oh, you're talking about because like OnlyFans and stuff.
Man, when men get preyed on, but
I mean, you know what you're getting yourself into at that point.
What's she saying?
I said at that point, you know what you're getting yourself into. So if you paying $30, you knew what you were going to. Like, we ain't tricking you. Like
no, I ain't even saying about tricks. It's just the fact of like just
women more in touch with their sexuality.
They more in touch. So dudes almost they get. Yeah, I mean it's just crazy, man. Like it's so much. Dudes have to filter through to even see if the woman is good quality now because there's so many hoops you got to jump through. Who she following? Who pictures she liking? It's so crazy now. I'm just glad I'm
What's
not.
funny though is that women have always done the same things that men do. Always. I've never ever
more documented now.
Under the
It is more documented.
Say what?
It says more documented.
Yeah,
it's more documented. Like
that's really all it is that women talk about it more now than they used to. They're more open about knowing that their friends, like Danielle said, her friends were thoughts in high school, but back then you wouldn't be caught saying that in the streets.
Mm-hmm.
But them thoughts in high school would be on OnlyFans now getting that shit.
Right. It
But here's the thing, though. I think that it's because of the fact that men have sexualized everything. To me, in my opinion, I feel like.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I feel like men, you know what I'm saying? They have a way of making you feel like this body type is everything that you want, and this is whatever. So now these girls, if you look at it, 90% of the women got the same exact body nowadays because y'all said that this shit was okay. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I'm generalizing y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying it's a certain way you need to look. It's a certain way you gotta smell. Your butt got to be like got to be all of these different things. So now you was interrupting me. I was talking. So now
I was gonna agree with your ass, but go ahead.
You don't have to interrupt me to agree with me.
I'll
be on my best behavior until you come. Anywho. So my thing is yes, now I know that if I can get paid for this, if I'm everything, because y'all have made it feel like this is the only thing that's good enough. You know what I'm saying? If you look any kind of way that's different, and I'm not saying everybody, Travis, I get it. But I'm just saying for the most part, this is the reality. Otherwise, why everybody and they auntie got the same exact shape? You weren't born like that.
It's not because
that's why they gonna get like they can get on these
don't cut off,
things.
Don't cut off.
They can get on Instagram and they can show off a little bit of something and everybody gonna be going crazy and they need that validation, so they just continue to go. So it's simply because everything has been number one, being sexualized is okay now, and y'all have sexualized everything. So
it's been like that though. It's been like that since BET Uncut days.
It's been like that. It's just social media, man. It's just out there more. It's always been that way. Every dude in this thing right here done watch Uncut BET. If you done watched it. Nah, Trav, don't be folding. I mean, I'm not Trav, but Vince, don't be folding your arms. You don't watch it.
No, we had a whole conversation about
it. Show me what that thing smell like. You done seen. Hey,
Nelly with the credit card.
Credit card swipe. Listen, I used to know the tip drill video so well. I knew when that girl thong was gonna break.
Yeah. And look at
38 seconds.
Right there. Look at it. Pow. He get up by the screen and act like he the one took it off.
Yeah, it's been like that though. It's been like that.
But like she's saying though, like even from our last few strip club escapades that we done went on, majority of them chicks shaped exactly like they like clones in that thing, man. And you be like, okay, let me get it. I mean, that one right there, that's hard. Is she hard just like she hard? Okay, they all of them came out in assembly line. They look the same way.
Man's attention.
Say
your point.
You get happy when something natural come. I know that.
Yeah, you do. And see, that's the thing, right? C-Lane, Mike Rich, and this dude, right? I think we all can agree. We would all probably prefer a natural body, right? Let's just be honest. We all over the age of 30, so we know we want a woman, right?
Yeah.
So this whole idea that men is putting the pressure on women to do this is so false. That's women competing with each other.
And it's a lot of
we don't know that. We don't know who Dr. Miami is. I don't know who that is. Y'all,
but it's also a lot of women with insecurity, and it's also social media plays a big because it's a lot of thirsty dudes. That's like,
what I'm saying.
You will look at a chick.
They
don't care
about the men. They care about making the other women feel more insecure than they are.
But bro, listen, they feel like they need that validation. You will scroll through a chick IG, the pictures of her selfies. This profile right here. 96 likes, 140 likes, pictures of body, ass, and curves, 3,000 likes.
Yes, sir.
And they feel like I'm not gonna get that love unless I show these curves. You know what I'm saying?
Now we're not that they need to that it's anybody's fault that they're there looking for that type of love in the first place.
Right.
And it's the dudes that's leaving the comments, not the females.
But exactly what they looking for is validated from the.
It's more men though.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree. They competing with each other for male attention.
No, they're
yes, they
competing with each
are.
other to make each other feel less insecure than she is.
How you gonna speak on a female point of view?
Because the reason
I swear, before the light of Christ, I knew that comment was coming.
Hold on, follow me. If that was the case, Mike Rich said it. If that was the case, right? If they was truly competing for male attention, why would they all try to look the same? One woman would say, you know what, I'm gonna do something completely different to get his attention. No, they do the same because they're following the woman. They're trying to up her. They're not.
No. I gotta disagree. I think they do that because they think that's what dudes like. That's what they tell dudes want to
it would be, oh my God, I just want to touch it. Oh, I mean, like tongues and hearts and smiley faces and all types of stuff. You know, like
Vince, what you got? I'm sorry.
Trav, I understand that you are trying to come at this from a strictly intellectual standpoint, but the truth is that everything you're saying leads right back to male attention.
Yes, it does.
I understand the street. I understand the street that you're on.
And female attention.
Travis, let me finish my sentence first, brother. I got you. But the street that you're on is a cul-de-sac. It comes right back to male attention because none of them would even care about whether or not the next chick or whether or not their self-esteem is going to be boosted by
we need fathers.
If men weren't boosting the self-esteem.
What you gonna say to that female?
I agree to disagree.
I take your man.
Because when she look at Instagram, she don't get her influence from dudes. She look at other women, and that's how she feels like she a part of society or she not. She don't get her place in society.
I would venture a guess. This is just a guess, but I'm feeling like your wife doesn't fit the mold of a normal woman, or the average woman on social media.
Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna tell you something else they do. They might post these pictures and all this stuff for attention from dudes, but I will say it goes two ways. They go to the other women, but they're not going to the other women and say, I want to look like her. They go to her to see which one of her pictures got the most likes. I'm going to do that. You know what I'm saying?
They don't care about what a nigga got to
We
say.
got this angle going this way and the titty sitting up like that. So that's the way I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
That's why they got the OnlyFans.
Here's why I think that's why I think they care about what the dudes say. Because who's paying more attention? Like if this or that pose has more men's attention, then when I open my OnlyFans, I can do this same thing and men will pay for it.
Yep.
And I don't ever use this day and age, she never man.
Right.
I don't understand.
Social media got chicks' head blowed up. Like I'm talking about it's big because it be chicks that would have been embarrassed of their shapes because they got a little heavy set, ass all out here, titties all out here. But it's people who like everything.
Mm-hmm.
I be seeing some of these women that would have covered themselves up with sweaters back in the day, and they half naked with 1 million followers. You feel me?
So you gotta wear a curtain for a dress.
I'm telling you, it's something for everybody, man.
I just want to know.
We just talked about it.
I ain't saying nothing.
I just want to know what dudes are out here paying for OnlyFans.
A lot of
them.
No, none of us, but dude,
why?
It's a lot of lonely basement dwelling, Cheeto eating, video game playing cats, man.
But listen,
they will pay for any kind of thing. They feel like on the OnlyFans, I think you can kind of. I ain't never really been like logged into it, but I think you can like chat with them or something like that at the same time and send messages, kind of how like we doing right here. I don't know, but
I never been on
anything that they can feel like they close to somebody that they don't know. Over it, bro. They paying for it. They paying for it. It's like the new.
One last question for you. This dude. One last question for you.
Don't get him in trouble.
Oh no! This is innocent. So
you think it's innocent until you ask it. Then I'm in trouble. Go ahead, though.
You're not in trouble. So when let's just say a scenario, right? Me, you, Mike, and C-Lane, we all hanging out at the crib playing cards. Are you gonna care what you wear? Probably not, right? A group of women, they all go out. They're gonna care about what they wear, right? True. No men are around. No men are in the building. And then I'm follow up with this. When a woman goes out to the club, do you think she's dressing up for the other women or for the men at the club? Answer that.
That's a 2-part question, and I'm going to answer the second part first, then I'm going to answer the first part. You ready?
There you go.
Yeah.
Do it back.
I know that women are going to wonder what the other women in their group are wearing, because there's always one person in this group who is going to slaughter her verbally if she is not dressed appropriately.
And they don't want to wear the same thing.
Now, if me, you, Mike Rich, and C Lane going, like just hanging out at the house,
Girls are no women going to be in the building.
no women in the building, I still got to come prepared. You know why? Because there is an Adidas and Polo model in this group. That man.
With it. Good answer.
Okay, can I jump in
there for 30 minutes just going to his living room? So I know
that nigga C ain't finna outdo me tonight.
He ain't about to outdo the kid,
gotta jump fresh.
But I don't know what it is for us, and I don't know Trina and Danielle, y'all
feel good.
But I want to feel good for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, at the end of the day, I'm like, oh, I got this real. I know we girls are into that type of thing. We want to look good. It ain't got nothing to do with, you know what I'm saying? Somebody gonna dog me out. This is just what we do. You know what I'm saying? And when we go out and we go into the club,
and we don't know what we gonna be able to do.
Y'all give us attention, absolutely. But when I left the mirror, I was like, shit, I'm fine as a motherfucker. Like, that's what I was thinking.
But from our perception, is different.
About me, so
from our perception, is different. Now, I don't know what goes on in the mind of a woman, and I'm not gonna be the person that Danielle has to ask how he gonna tell a woman. But from our perception, it comes across as different. Specifically, if we have any experience whatsoever with that mean girl. If she's the mean girl and we know she's the mean girl in her group of friends, then we assume that all her friends are fly because we with the mean girl and we know she's the mean girl.
I don't have any mean girls.
I don't have any friends like that.
That's just that example.
I just dress nice because I like cute.
You might not have a mean girl, but you got that girl that she be saying some like sideways out of the way shit.
Yeah, I might be an anomaly. I don't hang around women like that, so that doesn't resonate with me.
You don't hang around women like that.
Oh, yeah.
It's always one.
So I don't have women in
this stage of my life. Nobody
like the same few friends you've had since we met.
Yeah, we tomboys over here.
I'm just listening.
We dress up and dress down.
I'm just listening.
Shit, I got to start paying attention because obviously might know some I don't.
I mean, you have a situation where you be like, man, such and such was saying this, and that something really made me feel a certain type of way, and I just be like, well, you know.
In my core group of friends, no, I don't.
Okay.
So let's clarify.
Not your core. Yeah, but that chick that come around every now and then, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, and that's why she comes every now and then.
Right.
It's like, shit, bitch, I don't want to mess with you because I know who you are.
Mm-hmm.
But even from that standpoint, she the last motherfucker. If I think I know who you talking about, that I'm gonna be trying to sit. I feel okay with some damn dress like you right now around that one. So
what's wrong with? Oh,
I'm just saying, like I
ain't got no shirt on. My bad.
Yeah, I don't hang around people like that.
I was just chilling.
Ayana talking about because I was waiting for a night. No, not y'all.
Does Ayana know her?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let's be clear.
Yo, ass being messy is what you doing.
I ain't being
You
messy.
don't know who out here.
But I'm just saying, like, you feel me? Like, dudes don't really get out like that. We just go out and be like, man, ain't no mess, ain't no gossip. You know, we just chilling.
Chilling.
I'm trying to talk. I don't know.
I'm not going for that shit. Let me be clear. All y'all got these sneaker collections. So if nothing else, y'all pulling up on each other with some fly kicks. This is how we do with our outfits.
That's fine. I get that.
We want to look good and wear our stuff. What you say, Charlie?
Yeah, it's fine. I get that, but I'm just saying, like, I don't like the perception that all these women just so pressured by the attention of men. I really don't believe that. I think a lot of women put unnecessary pressure on each other. I don't know about nails and hair and who got the longest hair.
Yeah,
y'all come up with them trends. I don't even care about half of that stuff.
They ain't even count. Like, you're right. I agree with you on the lashes and
Oh,
Like
man.
all this stuff.
What do you think they doing this stuff for?
And then the women they look at you all perturbed when you don't notice that shit. You be like,
or don't care about it.
oh,
Or
you're right. I knew it was something different, but yeah, girl, yeah. That's clean right there.
Women,
and you got a fresh haircut, and I ain't say nothing to you. You be like, dang, you ain't even notice my haircut.
And you have done that before. I think on purpose. But let me tell you like this though. A fresh haircut is one thing, but when I've been looking like a whole werewolf for a week and then I get a fresh haircut, hell, you don't think you're gonna say something.
My thing is I would go on record.
That thing gonna get wet or something.
Before I would say, me personally, I don't know about the other ladies here, but me personally, before another woman put more pressure on me, I put more pressure on myself because I'm always trying to outdo.
That's true about you.
The worst version of myself or the best. I just always feel like there's improvement, whether it's mentally, whether it's physically.
And I love that.
Emotionally, I'm constantly.
Yeah, I don't care about the next broad because she don't help me breathe.
You said what?
I don't care about the next broad because she don't help me breathe.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm going to stress myself out 1,000 times more than another chick will. Stress me out.
That was you gonna say, bitch. But like I mean, the simple lashes. Going back to the lashes, they cool. But like if you like I'm saying, man, I be at the bar sometime and a chick be like that right here.
Yeah.
And they be looking like they sleepy, but I think they are sleepy. You know what I'm saying?
Snuffleupagus.
Like Snuffleupagus.
Yeah.
Snuffleupagus.
Hey, bird.
Everybody don't need that. Like,
and they be looking sleepy, but them eyelashes just be hitting. That's all that is.
But I think I see what Travis saying. Like essentially, like one thing.
I'm recorded, right, Kiki? You gonna record this one?
I understand what you're trying to say.
I'll save this little clip right here.
I understand what you're trying to say. Like for me, I might be self-conscious about stretch marks. Trav literally could not care less. So it's stuff I think that's what he's trying to allude to. That's that women put pressure on ourselves. That's men that don't really care about that.
And that's what I'm saying. I'm okay with that. I totally get that. I be in Mike's face like, look at this, and I got this, and what about that? And he be like,
fuck you talking about?
Like, and I be like,
hey,
I got this bra, and I don't know, and you know what I'm saying? I be going crazy. But again, that's pressure I'm putting on myself.
Yeah, that's you comparing you to you. You talking about
because I swear before the light of Christ.
She got smooth skin and I got acne. It's you know what I'm saying? It ain't that. It's just like I just want to look better for me. Yeah, I want to look in the mirror and be like, damn, I go get my lashes done because that's what I want to do.
But
I do my hair because I want to look a certain kind of way. You know what I'm saying? Like
I know I do this. I don't know about women. It's not jealousy. It's not hating. I congratulate everybody, but I do see some fellas. Even when I give them their prop, bro, you do. But hey, you doing your thing, bro. I'm trying to be like you when I grew up. You can be 50 years old, but you still try to be like somebody else when you grow up. But bro, I leave the situation and be like, all right, I got to step my shit up a little bit. Sometimes I be like, I got to step my game up. Not saying I'm trying to get on his level or be like him, but I got to grind a little bit more to be better
at being you.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what I always say. I got to be a better me.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
think that we all motivated by it. I mean, I don't think that it's just I'm looking at another woman. Hell, I don't look at the other men and being like, God damn, okay, I think that that's just a thing that other people, that people do. You look at something and you like, okay, this gives me something to aspire towards. But I took what Travis was saying, like we're comparing our body, and I'm sure that there are some people out there that's like, she look like this, I want to look.
Oh yeah,
I don't
think
that
that's
the majority, and I do think that, regardless of what most of the changes that we want to make is because we have perceived that y'all care about it, and maybe y'all don't care as much as we think that you do, but we feel like you care about this, so we are trying to appease you.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like instead of the next woman is what I'm saying.
Yeah, just like I look at C Lane, be like, man, I gotta get in the gym. You know what I'm saying?
C Lane make everybody feel like that.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta get in the gym. I gotta go to.
I need to be able to sing. I need to be able to sing.
The first video I seen from the TNC show, I was like, well, damn. Maybe I need to
say Mike, it was the singing that got me.
I look at him acting confused, like he just
don't know. You mean me?
Anyway.
No, man. I look at a lot of stuff as motivation, though, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You want to make a better version of yourself. Sometimes people give you that little push when they doing their thing. You be like, oh shit, I'm finna jump on my shit too. Appreciate that, bro. I dap you up. Hey man, keep doing your shit.
Right.
All right.
But women, I don't know if they gonna be like, girl, that waist so small and that ass sticking out like that. That's motivation for me to do some leg ups or whatever the hell they do, butt crunches.
Like I said, I think that we all motivated by different things, and there's a difference between motivation and them me just wanting to be a copycat, I guess. I mean, because even envy can drive you, not a jealous envy, like I am so jealous of you, I don't want you to have this, but I've been around my girlfriends and it's like they have a million things happening, and maybe it's something that I want to happen or something I aspire, and I'm like, I'm really happy for you, but shit, when is my turn too? Like, you know what I'm saying?
You talking about like on a success level, or what?
I mean, just on various levels. Hell, I mean, when I couldn't get pregnant and people around me was getting pregnant all the time, it wasn't that I wasn't happy for them. You know what I'm saying? Because I celebrated them. I did whatever it was.
I don't know though. I know you got a couple of little young family members that just did not have their shit together whatsoever.
And it angered me.
And when they asses got pregnant, it was like, you got 2-3 babies, you keep having these kids, and I can't. So it was kind of like
also that. Women that used to get pregnant and use birth control. I mean, abortion is birth control. Yeah, it bothered me. It did. I mean, I'm not going to deny that, but at the same time, for those people that you're talking about, no, it was a little bit of disappointment because you already calling me to help you take care of your fucking kids. Don't keep getting pregnant. You need to stop. Like, it was more of a parental thing, but I'm saying there have been situations where, specifically when I couldn't get pregnant, where I did feel envious. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't that I didn't want them to have what they had. It was just I wanted it too. You know what I'm saying?
That's a whole different thing.
Yeah. So, anywho. We haven't been out here for 2 hours and 10 minutes.
So what was I didn't catch the whole thing. I was up there looking at Cobra Kai season 3.
While my show was on.
Yeah, man, I had to finish the episode right quick. But what was one of the biggest double standards that y'all got out of it?
All of them.
Really?
Yeah, all of them. I think it's more. I feel like we women have more double standards than men because they didn't. Do you have a double standard that you would like to bring up before we leave? Steve?
I can't think of none all bad. There's a lot of them though. They gonna all come to my mind when I'm not on here. I guarantee you that. I was just saying something to you the other day. I can't remember what it was though.
We started the conversation off by talking about Jarian when he was raped.
He was raped.
Oh man,
he was.
Jarian went and got that school.
Listen, when I was 16, I slept with this 28-year-old woman for like 3 weeks. It was in my head. It was a great time.
We got to stop normalizing rape. We got to just because I believe.
Ain't nobody normalizing no doggone rape.
How old did you tell her you were?
Oh, I told her I was 16.
Oh no.
And you didn't feel like you were being taken advantage of?
No.
No. Do he look like the type?
Man, why you been holding this information, man?
This whole time.
He was about his age when I met him. He told me he was 17. He had a curfew and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gonna lie over there, huh?
When I said I was a smooth hoe, I meant
smooth hoe. Smooth.
Yo,
we cannot, and Just Jab 23 is in agreement with me. We can't.
We gotta
stop glorifying. This is not okay. It's not okay. I think that's probably gonna be the biggest one because again, what we want for our daughters is not what we okay with our sons. I am personally, and you can honestly say I ain't never encouraged that. I've been telling Jarian since he was old enough to understand you are special. Like I have one of the most arrogant kids there is because I have built him up. He's the most confident person that you would ever meet.
But that's also him being arrogant and you building him up all his life.
He does. And he gonna get what he can get out of it. Obviously, he take a shower. Because he was okay with being raped, and I'm not proud of that.
No, he thought he was the shit from messing with an older chick. He thought that was. Shawty, that's like when a dude do that when you young like that. That's just like a badge of honor on your belt. You know what I'm saying? We already know I got old school shot. I could pull them like that.
But here's the thing, though. Here's the thing.
You're not realizing that she's just using you and she got a problem. You feel me? You don't realize that when you were a kid. You know what I'm saying?
Because obviously, like, all right. So take it. I want y'all to look at it from the way y'all view the woman who is in this situation. Y'all say something got to be wrong with her because something in her did not allow her to realize that this little boy dumb, this little boy silly, this little boy ain't mature enough.
This boy is
all
a
these
boy.
Things I was able to make her see past. That's how I was viewing it when I was 16.
I've been saying you realize that that's bullshit now, right?
Now I realize that. Yeah, but back then back then I was like, yo, I must be doing something really right.
Trust me, she was
the difference
she was in
is
complete control of that situation, Jay.
right. And the difference is if that was an older man and I was 16, it would be seen as he completely took advantage of me.
There you go.
Now that is a double
Flip
standard.
side,
I agree.
it would look like y'all finessed an older woman who should know better.
Right.
I'm pussy, and that's a badge of honor to y'all.
Right.
That's a double standard. You're right.
I
That's
also
a double
feel
standard.
like
We gotta.
I also
But
feel like
what do we
no
say?
titties is
So
a
we gonna
different
blame
thing.
the young kid for just thinking he got what it takes to get this older chick, but with this older chick's obviously got something going on in her mind. But what do you say when the tables is turned? You say the older person is taking advantage of the younger person. But what about the girl? Does she hold? I know she's young, but she don't have any kind of. What do you say about her? She just was taken advantage of, and she was a complete victim in the situation.
I mean, I feel like the boy Vince, when he was 16, he was taken advantage of, and he didn't know.
But he didn't look at it like that, and that's the double standard. Like that. That's the double standard.
I understand that, but that's also because of what we are teaching them. He has, at some point along the line, since the ancient years, he's been brought up to believe, whether it was from his parents or society, that if I smash it when I did something.
It's a part of your. It's a part of your.
Look at the impact that lady had on his life.
Your testosterone. It tells you to go out there and conquer as much.
Look at the impact she had on his life. She got him thinking that he all that,
and it made him.
Look at the impact. He think he can go out there and be the biggest hoe and had a gift of gab and treat
when
any
I was
woman.
a kid.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not talking about now because you with me.
He was the children.
Yeah, but
right. that don't work with me. But see how that impact them going through his 20s?
Right.
Yo,
see, that's another thing too that we have to consider, because I remember, like, if we were, which I've never talked to anybody that's just disgusting to me. I would not. You could not. But anyways, I remember other girls that were talking to the older good, and we were looking at them like, oh my God. So it wasn't a badge of honor. It was just like, that could be her daddy. Oh my God, she disgusting. Right. Is she doing this or whatever? So it's never okay for us.
I think about it like that too. Like, but for real. You remember when old dude? Like, I used to get mad when I used to be hollering at a chick in high school, and some dude, grown ass man with a full mustache and beard, pull up in a Capri sitting on 24, and he picked the chick up I was just talking to, and I was like, but he old as hell though, so like he old.
But y'all,
what you doing? And y'all always made us feel bad. He had the car and all this stuff, but at the same time, we feel like y'all look stupid. I said that dude old as hell. Why he mess with nobody his age? Why he mess with your young ass that's supposed to be getting on this damn bus with me at the bus stop?
But you would have been the same person that if it was a 28-year-old, you've been like, oh, I smashed, I did. Right.
You never see that though. You never see
the young dudes. At the end of the day, we just gonna get the short end of the stick. And I think to answer your question, that is probably the biggest thing that we discuss. It's disgusting that we cannot see around that, and that we continue to teach our children that this is okay.
I ain't teach my kids.
Or we can look at it this way. You ready? And y'all be mad. We hold ourselves to a higher standard than they do.
Absolutely. I agree.
You know what?
What do you think, Daniel?
I agree.
I'll give you that.
I agree.
I'll give you that.
The chick that Vince was messing with though, I think she might have been a little crazy because you told her you was 16. At least Jay told the girl he was 20.
Right, exactly.
Look,
she was a predator. She was a
child molester. You told her she was 16. She said, that's how I like it.
That's
so fresh.
Actually, if we gonna keep it a buck, she turned me down the first time.
Oh, you just kept trying.
And you was approaching her? What your man?
He was the predator.
No, it doesn't. I'm not trying to make it better at all. But she knew I was in high school, so she turned me down the first time. She said, boy, you come in here at 3:30 in the afternoon. I see you get off the bus. I know you a child. Get out of my face.
So it was somebody you went to school with? It was somebody at your school?
No. She was a librarian. This was back in the days when the computer,
like,
you had to go to
the boy that hit the librarian.
I went to the library because my father used to make me do homework when I didn't have homework.
Oh shit! Your daddy don't push you there.
No, he was gonna put it on his daddy.
No, I'm just telling you. So when I went to the library, because that was the only place you used to be able to get the internet was at the library.
My son doing digital books.
Bruh.
Right.
Bruh. You smashed.
This was back in the day in the hood. Ain't
dude.
nobody I knew had no computer at the house. So we went to the library. This is where every kid in the hood used to go. And he had me doing these research projects because he's an aggravating ass old man. So I went to the library and I was doing this report on paleontology, which I knew how to spell because my father was an aggravating old man. So I'm doing this research project, and this chick, I see her in here every day. So one day I decided to speak to her. She informed me that she was a grown-ass woman and I needed to get out of her face. The next day, she told me the same thing. The third day, she giggled a little.
Oh my goodness, you had it.
When you made her laugh, you already know.
The fourth day,
nipples was hard.
Oh my God.
The fourth day, he was in there.
Because she was sick of being in that quiet ass library too damn long. She was already crazy. She was in there because she was a predator.
She was losing her shit.
And she was just like, let me see. But she still was in control because she was trying to wait. She was like, I'm already a predator. I ain't got to try.
She was like, she probably was like, you know what? I'm not going to be a sex offender no more. I'm going to chill out. I'm not going to do this. And he kept pushing her and egging her on. And she was like, he gonna make me turn back to the old me, and it was over with. Handed it out. Boom.
Nowadays, I know something was wrong with that because this tooth right here is actually in half horizontally. It is in half.
In the girl mouth?
It was in my mouth.
Oh,
that tooth is in half, and I was 19 when it got fixed. So this straight smile was terrible.
So maybe it was a little turn on for her. So you reminded her.
I know it wasn't nothing.
It was kind of like that. Reminded her of one of them old goons she used to mess with, and
Nowadays, I know it couldn't have been nothing I was saying. Something was going on in her life.
She was a predator, and that's the thing. We have to start calling things what they are. She was a predator. She was a sex offender. She should be on the list too. We know different than men. We got to start holding people accountable because they out here raping our sons.
So Vince, you gonna point out on the doll where she touched you?
All right, so look, we're gonna have a whole conversation about this. I'm just gonna tell you all the guys' honest truth. I have actually, that was not even my first time.
Oh Lord.
Now at this point, you wanted it.
At this point, you just like that.
It's not like that. I'm just being honest. I have actually never had, I had maybe 2 babysitters who did not in some form or fashion molest me from the ages of 6 to 13. And then I was having sex on a regular basis.
Did you ever tell your parents? And is
the
this
first
why
time
you
I was going to,
people?
The first time I was going to, but my brother painted it as a badge of honor, so I didn't.
Them brothers would do that.
I said
them brothers would do that, bro.
That's so sad. That's so sad on so many different levels.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you should.
But back then, I didn't know no better.
Was it your older brother?
It as a badge of honor, and I was like, "Oh."
Was it your older brother?
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll do that, man. They'll do that. My brothers do that too, man. He's be trying to push me into it. I'm like, man, I'm good. Yeah, man, try to get some, man. She want it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So.
Damn. Because you know what? Somebody kid right now is going through this, and somebody has made them feel it's okay, and they're gonna be the next 16-year-old that thought that he would get it in with the 28-year-old. You were even brave enough to be able to come, because you know what? If that had been me, I would have called your damn mama. Your little son is fresh, and he need to pull his stuff together. But instead, you kept running into these predators. See, it's
sound like to me, Vince, that you might. Like Just Jab 23 said, you might be the victim in this situation. And she said it has over-sexualized you. That's what she said.
I would definitely say that it has colored my view of sexual interactions.
Man, you made me want to call my son and talk to his ass.
Please do today, okay? Because you never know.
Like, you be dead ass serious, bro.
Like, seriously.
No joke. No joke.
You
should call your son and have a
conversation. Please text him or something. Yeah. It's just 11, 12.
I ain't trying to say that something is going on.
How old is your son?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that
he's good and early now.
Going on with your son, but it's less likely that he'll tell someone because we're made to think that it's okay.
So because of that, we had to tell our son, don't go in like rooms with yourself, with
just
another
you
adult.
and another adult.
Yeah,
like, you got to have these.
We had to have those conversations
because I did that.
Right.
Those conversations
even
are
with
needed.
people we know.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Those would be the most. You're most likely molested or raped by people that you know.
Right.
So we've had to have those conversations.
Dang,
Even with at school, because he an athlete, so we had to have those conversations. No, you can't ride with coach.
That's crazy.
No, coach.
We wouldn't even think about stuff like that.
We weren't. I mean,
Jay stayed getting ride home from coach,
but
late at night.
And I was just gonna say, but coach was a real good friend of ours. But here
we knew him, but did we know him?
Call him. Like,
listen, the person who it was the first time lived in our house.
Yeah.
That is devastating.
She slept in the next room with my sister. Her and my sister shared a bed in the next room. That's usually how it would happen. It was always someone that we knew really well.
I feel like we're on Dr. Phil, bro. Tell us more.
Man, I'm telling you, because this hole keeps going deeper and deeper.
Right.
I'll just say that I've lived a very specifically strange life, and in a lot of small ways, it has colored my view of the world, and it interferes with a lot of my interactions with people.
But you know what's crazy about that though? You dealt with that stuff back then. Like it's probably, I mean, they was in the house with you, so that's just easy access anyway from somebody to come across you. But just think about who your kids online with. They be playing them video games and they be on social media and they just DMs are just, you ain't even gotta have nobody's phone number no more, bro.
Nope.
It's the connectivity.
That definitely worries me. Because that's such a big difference between us being kids and raising kids now. Like my daughter is 7 and she keep begging us for a phone. And I'm not ready for that. Like I'm not ready for people to have access to her like that. And she's not smart enough or mature enough to interpret what's appropriate and what's not. Like I'm just not ready for that.
Nah, wait till 10. Wait till 10.
That's me.
I mean, because if you think about it, like Jordan was like 7, but it was because we were single. I mean, it was just me and him. We didn't have a lot of people to pick, so we needed to call him when he got off the school bus, and I needed to talk to him.
Do they still have those phones where you can't
like phone numbers?
No internet, none of that junk. You just specific for emergency.
You can set that up on iPhone, but we took our son's phone because he's not allowed to have Snapchat. So found out he had Snapchat, right?
Good idea.
So took the phone, I took it to work. His friends was looking for him because he wasn't online. They DM'd this dude and his wife on IG.
Trying to find my son. They thought something
happened to him. The last time they saw his phone, it was at the hospital and wanted to know if he was okay. That means they knew the location of the phone while I had it on because it was with me at work.
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
Specifically strange life.
Right.
That's that technology jump, man. The fact
right. So I deleted the account and I still have his phone because I took 1 day per every follower he had on Snapchat.
So Snapchat shows your location? Or was it just
so if we're like if I have your phone number, I can use your phone number to determine where your phone is.
If you have an iPhone and you do the follow me, you can do the address, but that's not what they were doing. No. It was Snapchat.
All I need is I can use your phone number. I can use your Instagram handle. I can use your Facebook account. I can use anything that you have social media or electronically you can use to locate it, as long as it connects to Wi-Fi or connects to a phone line.
It depends on the phone. To be honest,
I don't think I got none. I ain't got an iPhone. I don't think I had to deal with
Well, on iPhone they changed the security. It's not going to show your exact location. So
just
they found him on. It was on Snapchat.
Yeah. So
I was just gonna say it seemed like that was specifically Snapchat that you.
I was
in this case. It was Snapchat.
Snapchat. I was on Snapchat.
That is
going through his
I ain't
phone. They were funny though.
Ask you can make
I was proud.
TikTok.
you have to allow
a way that you can enable it.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you have to
but I
allow
think
your
that
location or they just automatically do it?
I don't know. I deleted.
So right, that's actually what it is. If you when they say, do you want this app to be allowed to know your location, and you don't hit no,
right?
Anybody
anyway.
Yeah, they knew what they knew.
You have to allow access to your pictures and your videos and all that stuff too.
But
if you don't have a private account and all that, yeah.
I want to bring up another point too that I think that we probably overlook while we're talking about this whole thing. Vince was abused. Most abusers become abused. Some of these little kids are being abused and they abusing their little friends too. You know what I'm saying? So we also have to be watching who our kids be playing with. You know what I'm saying? Because depending on what they're going through at the house, that's why you have just as well as they can be bullies because they being beat up at home. They can be little molesters because of, you know what I'm saying, what they're experiencing at home because they don't know anything else. You know what I'm saying? So we got to be making sure that while they're playing, you watching too because you just never know.
Yeah.
Oh, this is just so devastating. How did we get from double standards?
Oh my goodness.
Oh God. I've been about double standards, man.
I want to go and give Vince a hug. I'm worried about
Damn, bro. Somebody in the chat said it sounded like your story was like Antoine Fisher. I know you said.
Swear, no lie, because you know I was in the Navy.
Yeah.
So when that movie came out, I was hot. I was hot. I was like, yo, who stole my life?
Yeah.
But mine wasn't like his. I wasn't adopted.
Dumbo732 said, if you ever worked in boys' homes, you see it. See, that's when kids do be hunching because we used to be hunching. Yeah, you can't let your kids be. I definitely agree. Like, we got to listen.
Kids be hunching.
Let's go get her.
Kids be hunching.
They do be.
You got them little hormones.
I mean, they do be. It's all about what they being exposed. Like, Harley, of course, I mean, I've only breastfed her, never breastfed, or nobody else that I know of had done that in front of her. She was like, she just turned 4. So this was like earlier when she was 3. She would get her dolls and she wasn't 2 when she was. She might have been 2, like getting ready to be 3. She's always been a little bit more advanced, so it's kind of hard to keep up with her. But she was literally pretending to breastfeed, and every time that we would see her, she'd be like, "I'm not doing nothing."
She knew it was wrong.
She knew it was wrong, and I'm like, who could you have seen that from? She watched Ryan and Diana and all that. I ain't seen their parents on that breastfeeding. You know what I'm saying? We pretty very much on what she can watch. So
I mean, she be around other kids at daycare, like.
And so that's why I say that's what made me think about it, because we know for sure this wasn't something that we were portraying. I ain't got no other kids. I wasn't breastfeeding your dolls. You know what I'm saying? We weren't doing it. So you had to be seeing it somewhere. But those kids saw it somewhere. You know what I'm saying? So, but she knew enough to know. Like, you have that instinct within you, even at a small age, to know, like, I wasn't supposed to do this.
That phase lasted like a few weeks or something like that.
Yeah, we kept being like, what's wrong with you? Like, stop doing this.
Yeah, like.
Oh my gosh. Like, it's a lot.
Y'all pray for me, boy. Them daughters, boy.
Just to tie this back into double standards, though.
This is my first one, boy. Oh my god.
Double standards, and then I'm already scheduled to get in bed at 3:00 because I got stuff to do.
Yeah, I didn't stretch this thing out.
You have.
The double standard that this comes from, though, is I know a whole lot of people who will not leave their children alone with men. None of these people I'm referring to were men.
Right.
They were all women. So that's a huge double standard. People just assume that no woman would dare.
Right. Because I think that we automatically look at it like we're so motherly, we're gonna take care. It's a double standard. Like, I don't feel, even Harley is this man's child. You don't sit on your lap. I don't like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But a woman,
I sit on my knee. I sit on my knee. That's right, it. Never.
A woman can pick up, and I don't even think twice about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't even think she can turn around and do it. And I never thought twice about it. But if it's a man, I'm like, don't touch my kid. Like, don't touch. Do not. No, she can't. She can sit on your lap.
And I'll tell you one thing.
I mean, on your leg.
I seen. I forgot why I was at, but it was this. I think it might have been a granddad or something, but he was touching his granddaughter's hair. And for some reason, that made me feel uncomfortable. I was just like, why are you touching her hair? Like, I take my baby hair, that's my daughter, but it was just like, it was
rubbing a scalp or something.
It just didn't look right to me. Like, Hey, why you
Oh, I'm gonna be feeling like everybody a predator. Like,
yeah, and I'm already like super ridiculously protective over my little girl, man. Like every time she walk down the steps, I have a vision in my mind that she might walk down and fall or something. I'll be like, Harley, hold on to the rail now. My baby 4 years old, she know how to walk down the flight of damn steps, but I'm still like, I tell her don't walk down the steps with two things in her hand because one hand got to be on the rail. Like if I see anybody, oh my god.
Meanwhile, I'm like, she'll fall down the steps. She'll be.
I will. Why?
We're not even gonna go.
I will. Why? I don't even. Okay. Fuck no.
Yeah. Anywho,
come here, Harley. Give me a hug. No, fuck. She won't. She don't. No.
I mean, unfortunately, I feel like the world just make you feel like that. Like seriously, it does. But I don't know. Yeah, we can change anything if we're willing to work on it individually.
Everybody laughing at.
And so I've enjoyed this conversation. It's been very eye-opening. I'm praying for all of us and our kids, y'all.
Wait a minute.
What?
That goddamn insurgent.
What he said?
He said, hide and go get was scary when ugly people played. I'm done. I'm done because I was not playing hide and go get with unattractive. I just wouldn't do it.
Oh my god.
That's the one I always want to fall over. Ah, you caught me out.
Oh, you caught me. No. You found me. Jump out the woods.
Yeah.
No, I ain't found you. You found my ass. Let me. I'm gonna go hide.
I'm done. That was hilarious. A great way to change the tone. Y'all know we're gonna be back Friday. Oh, I gotta say, my topic for next week, in case anyone in the chat or if y'all want to come back, because I really like the idea of having a conversation and not me just talking to you. Not that I'm trying to be a talk show host at all. I don't know.
Ricky Lake,
but no, absolutely. I just feel like I don't know everything and I'm still trying to grow and learn myself. So having these types of conversation is very eye-opening and gives me a different perspective, a different way to look at things and different things to incorporate in my life. Like I don't have no training other than my life and it ain't been the greatest. So with that being said, y'all don't want me just constantly spewing with y'all.
You're good. Oprah, I feel you.
Anywho, leave me alone. Next week,
I think you can be a talk show host. It'll be fire.
Yeah.
I ain't got to.
The talk shows still come on.
Yeah.
Do they?
I don't know.
Who we got? Is Wendy Williams a talk show?
Wendy Williams still comes
I guess
on.
podcasts are the new talk shows, maybe.
It's one by this black woman named Tamron be on in the morning.
No, come on, like what happened to like Phil Donahue and Ricky Lake and
Jenny Jones,
dude with the mustache,
Sally Jesse Raphael, Geraldo,
yeah.
Jenny Jones,
yeah,
Montel, yeah.
I don't know if they do or not.
Oh, that's gone. That was some 90s shit.
It's Dr. Phil now. That's it.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Phil still, because his shows, they be having that little filter on the shows. So I always be thinking they old shows. They still be new.
I don't know.
I know. Oprah put him on. She put him on.
Is Ayana? Is her show considered a talk show?
Yeah.
Ayana?
I hate her.
Reality show.
I think that's reality.
Not on my.
Ayana.
I don't like Ayana.
We love that. Boy.
That one people every goddamn thing gonna fix everybody. Like, ain't shit.
I call her El Nana, and she ain't fixing nothing.
Hell no.
She does not have enough time to fix, but she leaves them with tools. Okay.
And them
they need to incorporate them in their life. She can only do so much.
Yeah, she got a set of teeth. She'll bite the car out of apple, but I know that. Choppers.
You know what? You done for the night.
It's something Gladys Knight about it too.
You're done for the night.
Keep the like the core out of apple.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wait, no.
I think wasn't Mari Povich still come on though. You and not
you want to be working for Oprah.
Ain't nobody.
Remember when Mari didn't just do the results?
Yeah.
And he just had a talk show.
I remember when he had this
he started off with just a regular talk show. He started doing a couple of episodes on the paternity test, and that part, the ratings were so high that that's all they did from down.
See, my friend Brandy, she said, Brandy Miller, yes, she does give them tools. She absolutely do. She ain't got that much time.
Brandy,
it's not BS.
Kiki, Brandy, I understand how y'all feel about Il Nana. I'm just not feeling it.
Why? Because some of these people stuff, messed up all their life.
That stuff, man, sometimes you just can't hit everybody with the type of therapy that she hit you with.
It's too
and I know I'll be sitting there like, man, Get the hell out of my face.
Yeah.
Like she's trying to be your mom. No, because I'm gonna love you. Nobody has ever did this before, and you gonna what they be needing. I'd be like, if you don't,
I be needing her to shut up.
Gloria,
you don't get your ass off me.
Yes, she can.
This is why I couldn't be a talk show host, because I went straight from trying to be professional to Decatur Kiki in a minute, and I ain't got time.
They be having some people on there that's so far gone though. You can tell it ain't getting through. It don't be connecting. They be looking at her like
she be doing her best, and she gives you the tools and the exercise. What you do when you leave, that's up to you.
Oh, see, like, before we get off, he sent me the lady frying the chicken in the bed, man.
Oh yeah.
Who?
Bro,
fried chicken tenders.
Between her legs, she fried chicken tenders.
So dangerous. Oh my God.
And she put them guys between a piece of Wonder Bread and threw some French dressing on that thing. Ate it like a taco.
First she bite it.
I was like, I'm on a diet. I can't be watching this.
I don't know about the French toast.
You know, frying chicken in the bed. That should have did nothing for you.
It did turn me off a little bit though.
Like just to match that pump between, and then it's heat, and then what if it had a spill? It was too much. I just couldn't.
Wait a minute.
Look, the funniest, and this is so off subject, but I don't know if y'all saw this episode when the lady they were asking her something about her daughter, and she was like, "Don't nobody want no fat ass daughter."
Yeah, we just
and I said that last time.
That shit was funny as hell.
Oh my God, I reminded that. Like,
that mother said, "Don't nobody want no fat ass daughter." I told her
that should have did it right now. She was like,
she was done.
Just went into depression and just lost weight. They had no appetite.
Funny as hell. We just saw that.
Anywho, y'all, I've been trying to get off here for the last hours. Listen, because I got some writing to do.
You know what?
I'll bring up nothing else.
Hoarders. I cannot watch Hoarders.
What you say, C?
What's the topic for next week?
That's what I'm getting ready to tell you.
Come on with it, Keeks. I'm gonna be here. No, I'm just playing.
Keeks.
My topic for next week is what's love got to do with it. Relationships take more than love. What characteristics are you looking?
Ooh, that's gonna be a good
for in relationships to longevity. So that's what we're gonna be talking about next week. If y'all want to join me, I would totally. I love y'all. If anybody from the chat want to, let me know. I'll post about it. You know what I'm saying? You can DM me or whatever. But I do think it's gonna be a very interesting conversation because I do think that relationships take way more than love to survive. So.
Yeah.
What's love got to do?
I wish I could play the song. I got a t-shirt made.
All you need is love.
Mm-hmm.
All you need.
A lot of patience. A lot of
the foundation.
God need to be the foundation.
We got to hug
Lord,
Yes, he does.
It be iffy. Go in and out. You never know.
But you need more than love. It ain't gonna work without love. That's for
Who needs a
I
hug?
like that.
Listen, we're gonna come into this next week. Look, everybody got their own. What's love got to do?
Yeah, we got to stop singing because Kiki go old school to go to Patti LaBelle and stuff, and I just ain't got time. Time.
Now, see, this is.
I'm about to get.
I don't know what's keeping us together because the damn for sure ain't love. This is what I'm not exactly sure. I got to think about this. But anywho, I love y'all. Thank y'all so much for spending y'all Wednesday night with us. We definitely will be back on Friday night. If y'all haven't, go buy a book. Leave me a review. Watch the video.
Watch my video too.
Let me know how I can support y'all. This dude and C Lane, you drop your information. Danielle, my boo, started her own business. I hope that you don't mind me telling people, but I'm so proud of you.
It's a fine time to check now.
I know you drop your information as well because she's ready to notarize anything that you have. So in the Florida area. So I'm just so proud of all of y'all. Please link y'all information, send it to me so I can post it. I appreciate y'all. And we'll be back Friday.
See y'all Friday.
All right. See y'all later.
All right.
All right. How am I supposed to turn it off now?